Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and today we're going to be playing a prototype of this game right here, 20 strong, using the Tanglewoods red deck. Full disclosure, provided by the publisher, not final project, or not final product, not final components, I should say. But yeah, we're going to be playing a preview copy, a prototype copy of a game currently on crowdfunding. If you're looking for that crowdfunding project and want more details, check the video description. I've also linked in the video description their how to play video. If you want just a quick video on how this works, like how to play it, you can check that out and come back if you're watching this live, or check that out and come back and watch later. I am going to teach the game as I play it, but of course I'm doing this live. We're going to talk about the game, play through the game, talk about all our decisions, play together with the live chat. This will be longer than a normal, just a preview video, like giving you a taste test of the game. We'll do like a full playthrough. I'll try to teach it as I play, but if you're just like, man, I got like 10 minutes, I just want to know how this damn thing works before I throw money at it on crowdfunding or something, yeah, check out the video description. There's a link there to an official video. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hello everyone. Hello watching live. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello, hello. Oh yeah, I have played this game, I think 3 times now I've played it. But again, I might make mistakes. If I make mistakes and those are mistakes, you're watching this later, they may have changed the game by the time it comes out, so keep that in mind also. But feel free to drop timestamps and comments in the video description after the video's done, or yell at me in the chat if you have a question or whatever. We can figure it out. I have the rules nearby, but again, it's prototype, preview copy. The game could change before it's finally released. And there are 3 different decks. There's 3 different decks, just like there were in the previous 20 strong. If you want to know about the previous 20 strong, again, check the video description. There's a playlist link where you can see me play through the other 3 versions. If you're interested in backing like a Too Many Bones version, Hoplomachus, or Solar Sentinels, those are the 3 previous trilogy they released of these solo-only card games. And now they're releasing another trilogy of 3 that all play slightly different and can be combined to play a campaign, assuming you buy the campaign expansion, I think is required to do that. So I'm just playing one of the decks today, the one that I guess is the most far along within art and graphic design and stuff. So you're just getting a taste of it. But if you want info on the other 2 decks that are coming as part of the package or whatever, again, check the crowdfunding link below, or I put the how to play videos. You can actually see videos in that playlist that describe the other 2 decks, the white and the gold, I think it is. But again, I'm just playing the red. That's all. That's all I can give you. I'm sorry. That's all I know. I don't know anything. I know nothing. Okay. Miraz says, finally, something I actually backed. Oh, so why you don't need to watch this then, right? Because you're like, you're already in. You put your money in. Now you can just forget about it till it shows up, right? And now you can go harass other crowdfunding projects in the meantime, right? Or just sit by your front door for a while waiting for it to deliver. I guess you can watch me then. Maybe I'm a slightly more entertaining than staring out the window waiting for the postman to come with the copy, I guess. But that's I can argue that. I might not be. But yeah. For a second, are you talking about Elder Scrolls? Is that what Botsy is? I like the way you're using like BOTSE is like, that's like a common thing people know. Get out of your world, man. No one's in your head, all right? But yeah, Elder Scrolls eventually. Yeah, of course. Eventually. But yes, Betrayal of... So you left out Elder Scrolls out of your little... what do you call that? When you put together the little... It's not acronym, is it? I forget. You can tell I did great at English in school and languages and stuff. Anyways. But yeah, eventually. Never leave out the Elder Scrolls out of the title for me, please, because then I will forget when you say that. There you go. That's better, Yogi. TES::BOTSE. Rolls off the tongue. Tesbotsy? I can't wait to play Tesbotsy again. I've demoed it, but that was like It was in prototype form at that point too. But yeah, looking forward to playing the final project. Because I'll be honest, okay? Full disclosure, like I don't BS, I don't lie, I don't, to a fault, I don't care really. But I'll be honest, playing prototypes of board games, especially chip theory games, is nowhere near as cool or as interesting to me as playing the final products of games, especially chip theory games, when you get the final like PVC plastic cards with the foiling and, you know, the high quality, like everything in the box, you know. Today I'm playing with paper cards, filthy paper cards. And yeah, dice from a previous game, so not the new pretty dice that they'll have, I'm sure. So yeah, it feels disgusting what I'm doing today. But I will try to have fun doing it. But yeah, definitely I prefer not to play prototypes of games if possible. Just because this, yeah, one of the draws to this hobby for me has been the, you know, that tactile toy factor to it, right? And that's what draws a lot of people, so it's tough. It's tough playing with prototypes. So keep that in mind as you're watching. Yeah. I'm playing a chip theory game with paper cards. Something I never thought I would ever happen in my life. You know, there's those things where you're like, you know, you look back 5-10 years and you're like, you said something like, I would never do this, or this would never happen in my lifetime. Yeah, this is one of those things. I'm playing a chip theory game with paper cards. Oh, sorry, almost vomited in my mouth there, sorry. Anyways, so keep that in mind. Full prototype today, please, full prototype. Yeah, I even sleeved it while I was practicing it off stream, just because I didn't want to damage the fragile prototype paper cards, which already started like chipping off ink. But yes, that is not reflective of Chip Theory's final product quality. Please understand that if you're new to Chip Theory games and the stuff they produce, they are known for producing overproduced products, like high quality, like will literally flush money down the toilet to correct and fix, you know, to make sure things are like the highest quality, and like, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's good times. So anyways, hence why I'm playing their prototype, because I love their stuff, and I don't play many prototypes anymore. So this is a special occasion. Keep that in mind. I may be a little biased. Note that, okay? Don't buy this based on my attitude, okay? Just make the judgment for yourself based on what I play here. Jacko, thank you for the super chat. What are you saying? Exclamation point 5. I'm sure what's I think you meant 15 days, right? I'm like, exclamation points on the 1, right? Yeah, that's a typo. Thank you so much for the super chat, which hopefully will pop here if alerts are working. But yes, thank you. 15 days to Gen Con LFG. That I know what LFG stands for. Yeah, see for a second, that's, you got to use common ones, right? Don't just make up your own, okay? Yeah, that I know. There it is. Thank you so much. And thank you to these people right here also for supporting the channel. Because that's who this stream is brought to you by, is these people, not the publisher. They just sent me a game. But they're not paying for me to do this, FYI. They're not the reason I have this. I'm doing this as a job, okay? So keep that in mind. Thank you. And thank you to all 20 of you who've clicked the like button already. Much appreciated. Buy this based on your attitude. Got it. Hey, Layla, stop. Stop twisting words. All right, you guys hear what you want to hear. I know. It's great. It's great. All right, so here is the crowdfunding campaign. Again, it is linked in the video description if you want to go browse it, watch their marketing stuff, watch other streams and videos, read about it, look at stretch goals, you know, maybe follow it, read the updates on it, what's happening, check out prices, all that. I am not going to do that today. I am not. Usually I would do that and when I'm playing a preview, we'd go browse the campaign page. But I'm not going to do that today. I'll leave you guys to do that on your own, because I know at this point the campaign's been going for like a week or so. So most of you probably, if you're interested in it, already have heard about it. Those who are fans of the publisher. And if you haven't, again, the link's down below. Go read, go do your research. I'm just going to show you a playthrough of the game. But again, it's only a small fraction of what's available in the crowdfunding campaign, because there are 2 other decks. Plus, if you want previous 20 strong stuff, I'm sure that's able to be added on if you missed out on that, or it's not in stock where you live. Usually on the crowdfunding campaigns is a good way to pick up like other Chip Theory games projects and stuff from the past that Might not be easy to grab, but I don't know for sure with this campaign, but there you go. Yeah, see, Sacabra's like already backing it. Yep. So like, yeah, like I'm not gonna go over it and bore a bunch of people who already know what's going on. If I was streaming this on the day it launched, then I would be like, let's go through it and see what they got to offer. But it's already been up for a while, so you guys can check it out. But yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse at this point. All right. Okay. So here's my little setup. Oh yeah, this is what I did. So there is I think I have these already. Or maybe I have like one of these or something. But these are a kind of like a little promotional pack of characters you can choose for this game, and they are actually printed on the PVC plastic cards with the foiling and you know, little, I think like embossing or whatever, like, you know, textures and stuff. And this is how the previous 20 strong stuff was. So if you go watch my previous playthroughs, again, link in the video description to the playlist, you can see what the quality of cards that you'll expect in the final product to be like. And this is why, like, I love it. Like, these are great to shuffle. They're made of plastic. You don't need to sleeve them. They're super sharp and detailed. And the foiling is pretty sick on them. And yeah, so this is just showing you like what final product will be like, final components to get a taste of it. And these are the dice from like the last 20 strong. But they're making like new dice with like little, you know, making them look, fit more to the Tanglewoods theme, I guess. But yeah, we're not going to use these. And yeah, here's just the paper prototypes, just so you know. So it's just on, these are just on paper, like printed at a local print shop. You can even see by the corner. Every time I've ever printed cards online, they always come with like this stupid rounded corner thing, because obviously you don't want square corners. It's kind of lame. But yeah, it comes with a bunch of characters you can play with. This is based on, I guess, a Little Red Riding Hood theme. And it has some sick art. I think it's like Manny Tremblay or whatever is like works with Chip Theory now and does like all this cool art. So it's different art style than you would see in past Chip Theory products, I think, because he now is part of doing art for the publisher. And in the past, it was a different artist. And other artists, I think, still works on other games and stuff. But yeah, so you're going to get a different art style than we're used to seeing in all other Chip Theory products, which is cool. Which I am all for it. This is good stuff. Very pretty. So we're going to be playing as Big Red. Or, I mean, sorry, Little Red. But I'm starting with her on the Big Red side. I'll explain what all these components are. I'll kind of walk through it as we're getting set up here. But I did want to just kind of set the stage. I do have prototype rules. And we'll just kind of see what's going on. So this is the ancient forest is dark and perilous. Messages on the wind whisper of danger. The big bad wolf has been seen near Grandma's cabin, and so you must travel the Tanglewoods labyrinth of roads and tracks to keep her safe from harm. Risks and rewards abound as you journey across days and nights under leafy canopies. There is gold in your pocket, but never enough. Yeah, that's right. So you must spend it wisely to ensure a safe passage and buy what you need. You remain ever alert for news of tracks of the big bad wolf's pack. The sooner you begin to defeat them, the easier the final battle when its time comes. Put on your cloak and pull up your hood. It is time to enter the Tanglewoods. Okay, there you go. Theme is set. Now we know what we got to do, right? So yeah, if you've never seen 20 Strong before, it's basically like a single deck. They're like different little decks, but they all work with like the same set of dice and roughly the same set of rules. But then that rule pamphlet will come with each deck that changes rules based on the base foundational rules. So we're going to be going through the same flow of, you know, committing dice, rolling dice, applying dice to do damage to bad guys, collecting gold in this one, which is interesting. And instead of just defeating enemies to gain items, as I've seen previously, in this one, we're actually, everything we defeat pretty much gives us gold. And we use that gold to visit the merchant, to buy items, to help us on our journey down the path to reach Grandma's cabin, okay? And it can happen in the day. You know, along our journey, our path could be during the day, or some parts of our path could happen during the night, which is a little more dangerous, okay? And we'll be just rolling those dice, exhausting the dice, recovering the dice, banishing some dice, trying to get those banished dice back. We can also upgrade items as we play. Pretty sick. The little enemies we fight are all here. There's tons of different unique enemies with, like, I mean, I'm telling you, the art. How do you not want to play a game with this guy in it, right? But the cool part is they're double-sided, so on the back they have like little I call them events, but they have a name. Fables. These are fables. They're like little good or bad events that can happen along the way to make the game replayable, to have some variance. Tons of different unique effects on the back as we go. And you draw those from the bottom of the deck, so you don't know what you're going to run into. And again, the enemies will all come out in a different order. There's some duplicates, and they have abilities that can affect battle. And along the way, as it mentioned, you could and you should deal with some of the wolf pack. These are like mini bosses. And if you don't deal with any of them, when you get to the big bad wolf at the end, in the final showdown with his special rules, you will have to deal with whatever wolf pack you don't defeat will add some horrible, horrible modification to the final boss battle. So yes, we choose a character, we venture along the path to hopefully build ourselves up with items, increase our stats, collect gold, buy loot, smash some wolves, smash some minions, and eventually get to a final showdown at Grandma's cabin to fight the big bad wolf, okay? Like, how does that not sound like the best, you know, adventure theme to a game ever, right? So yeah. Cobra says the map cards reminds me of Slay the Spire, which is great. I know it's a video game. I never played it yet. I know. I'm bad. People always tell me I should stream it, and I just never have. My bad. Eventually I'll play it one day. I'll probably end up playing the board game before I play the video game, which is, I know. I'm sorry. You guys can leave now and dislike the video. I'm sorry. But yeah. So yeah, these little mini bosses, we're going to start shuffling them up. I'm not doing setup in the perfect order. I'm just going to do it from memory here. But we'll shuffle these guys. Actually, I should shuffle them under the table, right? Yeah. Because they're double-sided. So, like, you have to kind of shuffle everything and not look at it. And then I'll put the big bad wolf card on top to hide them. And you draw from the bottom. So our little wolf pack is hiding underneath here. Our map cards, again, they have a bunch of little nodes on them. And they give you a nice little reference sheet. And this reference sheet will explain how you explore. So we can optionally explore every phase, which is kind of neat. That's unique to this little deck. When you explore, you can kind of scout your path and kind of randomly, I guess, it decides whether that path you're scouting becomes night or day. If you choose not to explore, though, and eventually keep moving forward, it'll always be night. So you kind of want to expend some dice to randomly roll, and you'll see that as we play through, it'll make more sense, to kind of like understand your path and determine where along the path you want to go. But yeah. Oh, the board game is really good. That's cool. Yeah, it's coming out soon, I think, to retail too. So yeah, along the path you can see we have like little symbols here, and they'll be modified based on the outline around the symbol on the right here, which could like reduce your rerolls, buff the enemies, add more enemies to the battle, maybe banish dice or make you pay money. A trap could hit you and flip a card tonight. And we're starting at a house. We want to end at a house. Campfire will help us buff our stats. The book, we draw fables from the bottom of the deck. The wolf pack, that reminds you that you're fighting like a little mini boss battle, which we want to hit. Based on my plays so far, hitting like 3 of them and dealing with them at least without dying feels pretty good. I think any more than that, we're like really crushing it. But less than 3 dealt with. And again, you don't have to kill them, I don't think. You just have to deal with them. So if they end up hitting you, they'll get cleared and stuff. So like by dealing with them, I just mean like finding a node with this symbol on it is what we were trying to do. That's like a main thing. Otherwise, that final battle will be pretty much like, and if you played the other 20 Strongs or see me stream them, it is all about the balance of like getting punched in the face along your way, but also leveling up, and getting punched in the face so that you have less of trouble at the final battle. Because if you totally ignore planning for the final battle, you might as well just quit playing halfway through. Exactly the same flow as like the design philosophy behind Too Many Bones, right? Same idea. You got to risk some rewards, try to get leveled up enough for that final fight, but you have to think about that final fight the whole way along. And the same rings true here. And then this little gumdrop guy here, those are just regular minion battles. And we'll explain that, and you guys can play along. You can help me with deciding which way we go as we play through it. Oh yeah, and they're also on the back of this. If you're, okay, that's not green screen friendly. If you're like, you know, crushing it, they have like kind of like a sliding scale of handicap modifiers here. So what they recommend is like start it on no modifiers, but if you lose, just go down one step and gain a buff to a stat. Or if you lose again, go down another step, and it'll slowly make the game easier. And then if you start winning, start going back up a step, which is a really clever way to help with balance, right? But again, there's some RNG, lots of decisions to make. You know, things happen in different orders. You can pick different heroes or whatever to play as. So that could totally change how things go too. I would recommend like still playing it on the normal difficulty and try a different like hero to play, or flip the side, start on a different side for the ones that let you flip them. Because there are two sides. So I'm just going to show you Little Red or Big Red. And I just picked this one. It's the only one I've played with. I'll play with the others in the future, I'm sure. But this one, I just picked because it's like, she's in the cover art. It's her deck, the red deck, you know, like, yeah. I just went with the generic, like, play this character. If they're on the cover of the box, they should be pretty, like, newbie friendly and pretty powerful. And less complex is how I kind of thought about it. So hopefully that's true. So far it seemed okay, and I think I'm playing her right. But we can choose which side, and some of them you can't, but this one we can. And there's usually a way to flip it. So on this one, the flip trigger is after I banish the red die, I flip Little Red. I assume it's anytime it's banished, not me just banishing it. But if I begin the game on this side, I start with the red die. Normally in the rules for this game, we have to banish one of each color of our dice, and these dice all have different faces on, like different amount of hits and misses on them, but they all have one crit side that does like 2 damage for one hit, and yellow only have, I think, like 1 hit side and 1 crit side, but 4 misses, for example. And then it goes green, blue, purple, then red is the strongest, because it has, red literally never misses and has a crit. So this is a crit. It's counted as 1 hit, but does 2 damage, just like in normal 20 strong. And yeah, so we have to banish all of them. But we're going to start on Big Red. I like the way they put different art. She's like ready to kill. So we're going to start with the red. And the reason why is because we can do wolf hunting. We can banish the red to deal 4 damage to a non-boss or wolf pack enemy. Now that I'm reading this, I've always done it where I can only hit regular minions. But the way they've worded it here, non-boss, so the wolf pack under here are considered boss enemies. So I think I can hit the wolf pack, which I've always never done, which probably made the game harder for me. But I feel like it's called wolf hunting, and it says I can deal 4 damage to a non-boss, which are these guys, or a wolf pack. So basically, like, but in the rulebook it says wolf pack wolf pack are considered boss enemies. So I think just reading that now, I've already figured out something different. But yeah, basically everything other than the big bad wolf, I think. I know, but it's weird. They could have worded that a lot better to be more clear. Just say you can deal 4 damage to a minion or a wolf pack enemy, in brackets, not the boss, not the big bad wolf. But again, they might have like campaign stuff that this makes more sense with. I don't know. I'm not sure. But this is not a universal hero, so you can't use this hero in other decks. So it should be very specific. But I guess it makes sense if you just read it carefully. I didn't when I read it, but yeah. Flip trigger. So after banishing the red, I flip Little Red. And when you flip her, her stats stay the same. But now she has another ability. If the red is banished, you may replace 1 explore die, which normally are only yellow or blue, with a purple, which has more hits. So that will increase the likelihood that you scout a daytime location card. And after exploring a nighttime map card, which I kind of want to do. So we're going to be playing the game on kind of hard mode because we're going to like want nighttime cards to keep happening. At least that's the way I kind of play it with this character. But because of her ability, it kind of balances that out, I think. So we got to keep that in mind. So any items we find that help us during nighttime are probably going to be higher value than items that are not, based on the way we're going to approach this character and how her ability tweaks the way we can play. I know she lets you roll with purple, which increases the daytime, but if I have my red die back, I definitely want to flip as much as possible and reuse the ability as much as possible, or else why the hell are we playing with this character, right? So I feel like this is kind of a trap, but we'll see. You guys can yell at me if I'm playing it wrong or you think we should do something different, but the fun of doing it live. And our starting stats, so in this game it has stats, so we have health. If we ever go down to 0, we die, it's over. I'm going to try to avoid that early as much as possible. I've come very close to losing fairly early in 20 strong games many times, okay? Because I was like risking a lot at the beginning to try to buff myself and get crazy advantages, but sometimes you can literally winning and losing is like on a razor's edge at early points in the game. But it's an easy to reset and play again. It's not like the longest, craziest game. So like, it's not such a bad thing, but I'm picking kind of a low health character because I value, the basically reroll stat. This is as many items as we can have. It's like a strategy stat, I think it's called. That limits how many items we can hold at a time and also how many rerolls we kind of get to try to fight in every individual encounter. And then this is our dice recovery, my favorite stat, which we're going to try to boost. I probably should have picked a character with higher recovery, but with the campfire system and stuff, I feel like we can maybe get that up, hopefully, based on the random locations we see. And again, you set them up and shuffle them, but you also remove 5 every time you play. So you could remove a few of the campfire ones and maybe see less of them on a play, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's our recovery stat. And you'll see I'll use those stats as we play. But they are represented on these dice because they can increase or decrease. And they max out at 6. And the minimum they can be is 1. And then our health is represented on the map card. We also use this as our little character moving along the map here. Any questions? Any questions? Well, I shuffle up our map cards. I'll just shuffle them up and then we'll just, I guess, remove like the top 5 or something. I don't know. Banish is permanent. Not so much in this game, though. In this game, I like it. Like, in the other 20 Strongs, I came into this going like, oh, when dice get banished, you're like probably never seeing them again. Unless you find the 1 in like 50 card, you know, the 1 in 50 chance of finding the effect or the item lets you get a banished die back or something. And maybe that's just my memory misremembering. But in this game, every time you go to the merchant, you can throw some cash at the problem. Okay, it's more like real life, right? You got the money, you can make everything good, you know? So you could spend 2 to recover a die. That's just exhausted though. But see sharpened, you can recover the weakest banished die. So we want to be doing that. We're really going to focus on this because if we don't recover our red die, we're not going to be able to use her crazy ability over and over and over, right? Because that ability will literally get us out of a jam where I'm supposed to lose. This ability will help us if we balance it right. So unfortunately, my gold should be focused on recovering banished dice, the sharpen ability more often, than maybe buying loot. I know. Buying items might be not as much of our priority, but if we were playing a different character, maybe we'd be wanting to get as many items as possible, but I'm probably going to be throwing away a lot of them because I need to value recovering banished dice. So that, because right now, if I recover a banished die, I only get my yellow. If I recover again, I get a green, then a blue, then a purple. So right now there are 4 dice that are blocking me from getting back my red if I use it. So we really need to clear this queue out. And it's weird playing a 20 strong game and just like banishing dice and getting them back and banishing them and getting them back. It's definitely a different feel and a different vibe, which is neat. And all the decks are supposed to feel a little different. And we could forge, we can upgrade an item. I'll show you a couple example items in a sec. We can buy items or we can sell items, okay? But we need to explore to visit the merchant. Okay, so again, nighttime, daytime. I'll shuffle a bit more. Then we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time you play, 5 removed from the game. Okay, and the rest we're going to hide under Grandma's house, and we draw from the bottom. Okay, and we could get nighttime or daytime depending on exploring. You'll see that shortly. And that's set up. So we got the wolf deck set up. We got the location deck set up. Now items. Okay, or we have loot here. Items. For example, let's look at this one. The Mimsy Potion. A one-time use item based on a little arrow symbol. I can recover all blue and yellow dice. Costs me 4, takes up an item slot, but once I use it, it's discarded and gone. And you can upgrade it to allow me to recover purple and green dice, for example. What else is cool here? I like this one a lot. The Huntsman Blade. It's infinitely usable, basically a passive ability. During the apply dice step, I can apply crits to scouted enemies. So those are enemies that are going to be in a little scouted row off the top of the deck. So we can kind of know what's coming ahead. We could apply hits to them. So when we face them, we already are ahead of the game and have some damage on them, which is very fun. And you can spend money at the thing to upgrade it. And you can upgrade it later. You don't have to upgrade at the same time you purchase it, which is neat. And this just changes the ability, I think. The dice will remain applied to those enemies, deal damage. Oh, this one lets you put hits, not just crits. Oh, that's cool. I never flipped this one before. But yeah. For example, that's just some. And they're all unique. There's so many. Okay. But again, some of these might be stretch goal stuff that may or may not make it to the final product. I don't know how the stretch goals are going, but they threw in a bunch of stretch goal stuff in here too to beef it up. So just keep that in mind. You might see some things today that might not be in the final game, of course. I guess we'll shuffle and... Oh, C. Mitch, I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know why I'm not hearing alert. I totally missed that. And thank you so much. PSA, never hire a home building contractor who believes square corners are lame, even though the quoted price may be tempting. Okay, that makes sense about the rounded. Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I missed that. Trying to, I'm like too focused on trying to get through the setup here. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's funny. I've never played Slay the Spire, and this is the second person who's mentioned these map cards remind them of Slay the Spire. But like, I don't know how old Slay the Spire is, but I feel like lots of video games do this as like overworld map kind of look, like Super Mario Brothers. I don't know. No, sorry, not Super Mario Brothers. Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World use the whole traveling along a map and then, you know, to different nodes along paths. I don't know. It's like the same thing, right? And then it would like uncover the next step as you like completed things. It would fill in the rest of the map. I feel like Slay the Spire is kind of just like using some old school 1980s, 1990s overworld map kind of stuff. So it's cute seeing how you guys are like, oh, it's from that video game. It's like, I can tell who's young and who hasn't played 80s and 90s games. You little whippersnappers. Except for Stacabra. Yeah, I know Stacabra's not a youngin' either. So yeah. But that's cute, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Anyways, boom. But I'm sure the designer played whatever game you're talking about. Because maybe the designers are younger. Okay. So we've hidden the loot underneath the merchant, and we draw from the bottom, just like we draw from the bottom here, or draw from the bottom here. But the minion deck, let's shuffle it up. I am an old and not a youngin'. Yeah, I know. It's all good. It's all good. I feel you, brother. Bend over says I'm old. Oh. Back in my day, there was no Slay the Spires. We played Mario Brothers. It's the newest thing that I could mention. Yeah. It's just cute. Like when people are like, it's from this. And I'm like, actually that game was influenced by this other game. Okay, trying to shuffle without looking, and it's not working. All right, so we'll just give it a little quick cut, and we get to know what's on top, and this is okay. These ones are different, but if we draw a Fable, it comes from the bottom. And because our recovery stat is 3, we actually get to see the next 3 enemies coming up. So our first enemy today is Slither. 3 damage. Okay, it says 3 health. So if we can apply at least 3 damage worth of hits, we can smoke this fool. It hits back for 2 damage if it's not defeated by the end of the battle. And we could bribe this little bugger by spending 6 money. So another way to spend money in this game is to bribe the bad guys. Again, spend some money, make your problems go away. This game can get you ready for life. It's amazing. The Then it has this effect that happens at the end of battle, whether it's defeated or not. But if you do bribe it, it's gone before the battle, basically. At the end, even if this is defeated, all dice applied to this guy are banished. So they go to this little banish zone. And if we defeat him, we get an instant reward of 3 gold. So in other 20 strong games, you could get like an instant reward of kind of like a one-time use item kind of thing. And then sometimes the enemies would be like items you can hold for later. In this, the items are separate from the enemies, which is cool. But it's basically all we're trying to do is kill enemies to earn gold, to bribe enemies, to buy loot, to recover dice, upgrade items, all that kind of stuff. Okay, think of it that way. Okay, the next enemy we'll scout, speaking of gold, is the leprechaun, the feral leprechaun. 10 to defeat this guy. Hits back for 2. Bribe is X. So it has an ability here. Feral leprechaun's health is reduced by the amount of gold you have. So if you come to this guy super rich, you might be able to defeat him before even fighting, which is cool. Banished, not exhausted. Banished is out of the game, I think. No, banished is not out of the game. Banished is just a different zone for like used dice, basically. So dice can be exhausted, which now you can't use them unless you recover them from the exhausted zone. Or the banished zone, you also can recover from that zone. It's just different effects will let you recover from different areas. So just keep it that way, especially in this version of 20 strong. Banished is not such a strong, hard thing that like you can't get them back. This one, we can literally buy them. For 2 gold, we can get an exhausted die back with the mend action at the merchant, for example, and sharpen for 3 gold, literally 1 more gold, we can grab the weakest banished die back, okay? So banished dice, we're going to leave them on screen. They're going to be in a zone. They will be going back and forth, okay? Just like exhausted dice, but using different effects, okay? So they're not out of the game. I'm not putting them back in the box. We need to see them. We need to evaluate them, especially if you just joined late and you don't realize that our character's ability is all based on the red die being banished or unbanished will determine what we can do with our hero. So we're definitely interacting with the banished zone plenty of times during this playthrough. And if I'm not, I'm doing it wrong, okay? So again, every 20 strong deck is slightly different. You got to treat it different. Don't make assumptions, okay? And then the feral leprechaun's bribe is equal to the amount of gold you have, okay? So to bribe this guy, if I came with like 13 gold and I need to get rid of him, I would spend 13 to get rid of him. But also if I had 13 gold, he would just like insta-die and I would get 5 gold. So like, I don't know, this is a weird thing where like, depending where your gold's at. But again, if we only had 1 gold, we could just bribe him out of here, no problem. But we wouldn't earn any gold from the bottom if we bribe them versus defeating them. So keep that in mind. Okay, and our final enemy. Oh, I like seeing this guy later. It's the Blunder Boss. This guy comes in and when he's activated, you immediately defeat all other non-boss enemies in the active area. But then you still have to fight this guy for 8, hits back for 2, you can bribe him for 8, okay? Kind of sucks. If you see this guy later in the playthrough, much better than if you see him earlier. Again, makes it feel different. But maybe we can maximize him here. Okay, so this is our little, actually I'm going to slide this over here. We'll have a discard pile on the right here. And this is our scouted enemies. And we can always see 3 upcoming enemies. If I ever forget to update this row, it's like live, it happens. And unless we're adding enemies to a battle, we add them all and then we refill. But anytime an enemy moves from here, pretty much, we fill it back up. So we always know currently our next 3 enemies coming up. But this could change, okay? This could change. All right. Let's do this, this. All right. Oh yeah, our gold. Our gold dial here, this is on a little magnetic chip thingy. I forgot to draw in with marker to fill in the little arrow, but it's on the top there. Kind of see it with shadow. So we're at 13 gold. Max we can go to is 20. Lowest we can go to is 0. We're at 13 because we reduced the amount of all our stats added up. And our stats add up to starting 7. So depending on the hero you're playing, you'll have different gold to start with. So if I've done my math right, we're at 13 gold. But yeah. All right. So let's go through it. Kenny, I played 3 full games before streaming. Yesterday, the day before, and 1 last week. So keep that in mind. I'm not perfect. It's a prototype. So yeah, we'll keep it in check. I'll try not to give my thoughts on the game either, because it's just in prototype preview. You guys can judge it based on what you see here and stuff, so yeah. Can you bribe him for 0? It doesn't say to a minimum of 1. Correct, yeah, whatever your gold is, I would assume so. Because it can go down to 0, so I would assume. But yeah. All right. Guess we can start, because everything else I can kind of show as we play, I'm pretty sure. As I kind of, so this is our like active dice pool, I think it's called. These are dice we can choose to roll and commit and all that stuff. We have none in our exhausted area right now to start. But here's our path. So our path, we literally start here, you know, leaving home in the morning. It's daytime. We can choose to go to this enemy spot, this one in the middle. Eventually we could hit a Fable if we want. If we ever reach the end here, again, we'll reveal a nighttime card without possibility of hitting a daytime card like we would if we explored. So this is fighting an enemy with no extra effects. This one, this one in the middle here is actually banish a die or pay 2 gold. So it's like a toll, it says there. But the toll, I see why they're charging a toll, because then you could hit a Fable. And the Fable could be good, most likely not, I feel, based on my previous playthroughs. But yeah. And then up here, we could go this way if we just want to start smashing some enemies. I feel like I want to go the middle, though. I feel like I want to go the middle. I like the Fable idea. Like, it could do something good. I don't know. Maybe it's so dumb. I'm not sure. Maybe a trap. What do you guys think? Any thoughts in the live chat? Okay. But what I can do before we start, I have 13 gold. I'm rich. So we could, before moving, actually the best way I could do this with the visual little layout of how the kind of round flow works. So there's a round flow from the rule book for this. So it's activation, which has the optional exploration, which I talked about. You travel. You always have to move forward. You can never go backwards. Then you have the bribery step. If you bribe all the enemies, you totally skip the engagement step. Or based on the location you're on, if you're just drawing a Fable that doesn't need an engagement, you'll skip the engagement. But if you do an engagement, same as the other 20 strong games, you go through multiple strategy phases depending on your strategy stat, which are basically like rerolls and applying dice over and over again. And then when you're finally done, you resolve by taking damage, clearing up the enemies, you know, getting your, I don't know. I guess in this game you already get your gold instantly. But yeah, you'll resolve the final of the engagement, the battle, and then you loop back around. Okay. So let's show you the exploration step, I guess. Well, we got a bunch of dice, but before I do that, I always forget to check the enemies, because I've fallen in the trap before of like, oh, let's roll a couple of yellow dice and try to explore. And then I find out one of my next enemies coming up says, I get more powerful the more yellow dice that are exhausted. So like, I gotta make sure I don't fall for that as I learn the enemies in the game. But that's part of the learning process and the fun of repeated plays. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do one for now. Actually, maybe we want to see a couple items. No, let's just do one for now. I'm just gonna roll one yellow die. No, maybe not. Do I want to hit daytime? I kind of want nighttime. The reason what I'm thinking, this blunderboss guy, I want to use this guy to my advantage. So what I'm thinking is, if I can get him to show up with a bunch of enemies, I can defeat a whole bunch of enemies for free with this guy. But I need to have enough dice to defeat him for 8. So if we clear one enemy, then we clear like another enemy, but then we hit a node that has more enemies on it, that would be ideal. And the better chance of hitting more enemies is on the nighttime side. I don't need to be on the nighttime side right now to get my red die ability turned on again. I'm already there, so maybe I just try a blue die, and maybe we just hit daytime. Yeah, I'll just show you the explore mechanic. Maybe I'm doing it too early, but I'll show you. And then this might help us decide whether we want to go through the toll or not, based on if we even have any cash left after visiting the merchant, you know? Yeah. Oh, okay. So we hit a crit. What a crit does, it lets us draw a daytime map card from the bottom, and also gives us the free bonus gold. and we can hold it because we're only at 13. Now we're at 14. So we get a daytime card here. I know it's not the best on the green screen here, but this is just going to add to our path. And now we have this, which is blighted. This will increase the health, the damage, and the bribery cost by 1 for every enemy on that node, which is only 1. And again, we can only move forward. So you can't you can't travel to here, then go back down here, or you can't travel to here, then go back over here. You always have to be moving like north on the path. So I can go here, then like here, then here, for example, because that's always moving north, right? So this card is a good example of like, which direction you can't move. I feel like they should have put some arrows on the thing so it's like really obvious, but I think they are changing how that looks, but I can't remember. So that's going to go here. And then this is exhausted. Now we get to go to the merchant, and we only get to look at 1 card because we spent 1 die. We can do up to 3 yellow and or blue dice when we're exploring, 1 at a time, roll them, and that will build out our map. I don't want to build our map too fast because we're going to be doing it anyway to try to get our red die back. But based on the amount of dice you tried to use in the Explorer to get your cards here, you get to see that many items. So we're only going to see 1 item. Again, I really don't think I care about items. There's maybe a few that we would buy. But we're really just here to try to get back some banished dice, I think. So the item we have on offer here is the Magic Ball. After each roll dice step, you may banish a committed and unapplied blue to set any 1 roll die to a crit. That does seem powerful. It does seem powerful. And if we were to upgrade it for 4 money, 4 money. After each roll dice step, you may banish a committed and unapplied blue or yellow to set any 1 roll die to a crit. Again, I don't want to be just banishing die willy-nilly and wasting gold on items that do banishing. Because of my hero's ability, I need to focus on keeping the banished clear. So for me on this run, I'm going to say negative to this. And I'll just discard it. And again, while we're at the merchant, we can keep doing any of these effects over and over again as long as we have money to do it. And we have 14. So I am going to spend 3 to sharpen to recover the weakest die. Going out to 11. And the weakest die here is the yellow right now. I'll get that back to my pool. I'll spend 1, 2, 3 to go to 8. I'll grab the green. I want to save. Do I need to bribe? No, the feral leprechaun could be annoying. I don't think I should spend too much for his deal, but I could bribe him super cheap, right? But also I have a toll that's possible on the next card, right? So saving 2 gold is in my mind cheaper than buying back a banished die for 3. So I want to pay tolls as often as possible to keep the banished queue clear. So 1, 2, 3. I'll take the blue. I'm sitting at 5. I think I should do 1 more. I'm going to do 1 more. Down to 2. So I'm sitting at 2 gold. And I'll take, now the banished zone is clear. And yeah. I don't think you'd normally do that with any old hero. I think I probably would have bought that magic ball item. And maybe save some gold to like bribe enemies and stuff. But I don't know. Based on Big Red, this is the way I'm going to play it. So just keep that in mind. Like, again, there are plenty of other heroes to play that all have different sides that work different ways. That'll change how you play, and they have different stats. So just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, Janet, I did see your comment earlier about the big bad wolf. Go up the middle. I'm not reading every comment, so yeah. I see you, Yogi. Okay. Anything else I need to do? I think I'm done spending money, so that's clear. We've discarded the item we didn't buy. Next, we're going to go up the middle, as Janet recommended. I did save money for the toll. I'm going to spend the toll. Again, I could banish a die, but then I got to pay to get it back anyway, so I'd rather just spend the toll for 2 instead of trying to buy back the die later for 3, in my mind. But there might be reasons to save gold. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can banish the feral leprechaun for 0. I don't know. It says it's equal the amount of gold you have. Let me check the rulebook on the bribe quick. I'm gonna lose sleep over it if we just play it wrong or whatever. If they change it later, that's fine. But whatever. We're just here to show how the game works. It's not all about winning, even though I might always think that way. If your travel step ends with any minion and or wolf cards in the active area, you have the opportunity to bribe them with gold instead of being forced to engage them. Each minion except the wolves has a bribe stat. To bribe an enemy, spend this much gold from your gold tracker, then discard that enemy to the appropriate discard pile. Bribed enemies confer no rewards, nor have they been defeated. It doesn't say. It feel weird that if you know, you don't have any money, you can't bribe him. Like thematically, that sounds weird, but yeah, maybe I should save money and we just bribe him. Oh, we'll have money. We'll have money when we get to him, I think. Yeah, we should have money if we defeat the next enemy, which we're about to fight one enemy right now. Put them in our little active area here. It's 3 to defeat him. All dice that are applied to him are banished, which sucks, but let's I mean, this cost is the same no matter what die it is, so we get 3 rerolls. I think we can get a dupe. You know what? With this guy, if I'm thinking about rolling like 3 dice here, and I have to put 3 of them on him, and they're all banished, that's very expensive. You know what's cheaper? Is using my ability. I'm going to banish the red die just to deal 4. That means nothing will get banished except for the 1 red die I do. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the weirdest time to use it, but I don't want to have a whole bunch of banished dice right now, so I'm just going to do it. That will apply 4 damage and get me 3 gold instantly. And then we go to cleanup, no damage, there's no undefeated enemies. We'll discard this guy, and all our dice are removed. And then I have to flip here. I have to flip this guy over. After banishing the red die, flip the little red. Okay. So now we want to explore a nighttime map card to flip to big red. Okay, so we can get that ability back. We also need to get our red die back too, so maybe I visited the merchant a little too early. Check the FAQ. I'm good. I don't want to go that far today, C-Mitch. We're just playing a prototype. I'm not going to stress too much. We'll just keep it rolling. I'll try to not get in those weird situations. The other thing I forgot to do is when we pulled that enemy, we should always have 3 scouted enemies, okay? So we always know the next 3 coming. Even during that fight, I should have known. Because it would matter what I want to commit to the battle and stuff. So this guy, Ren, he says, banish the strongest die applied to Ren. So whatever the highest value die is. So that's what we know. Okay, next node, we're going to go to the Fable node. And we're going to show you guys what a Fable is. And you literally grab from the bottom. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to deal with the Fabled. It had no border on it, so there's nothing to do there. No bribe, no toll, nothing like weird like that. No traps. Spiderweb for 2. Immediately explore a daytime card and set Spiderweb for 2 next to it. Treat all nodes on that map card as enemy minion with 1 mob instead of what is printed. Screw these fables. Okay, so we're going to explore a daytime card. Okay, we're going to set this next to it. So this card... Oh, that sucks, actually. Because, again, we were talking about we want to fight the mini-boss wolves. So this basically is replacing those, replaces the campfire, replaces the fabled. They're all going to be, what is it, 2 minions? Yeah. They're basically replacing all of them with double minion fights. That sucks, because there's a way to fight a mini boss and a campfire. So that fable really sucked. Yeah. yeah. There are some good ones in there, but it's like I might have been misremembering, but a lot of them suck. Okay. Also, timing can be really bad sometimes. Okay. Now we carry on. I could scout here. I mean, there's another fable coming. We can actually make multiple fables happen here. YOLO? Do I want to scout? Hold on. Yeah, I think I only have 3 gold, though. Yeah, we can only go forward. Let's just do it. We're hitting another toll. So we could banish, die, or pay 2 gold. Let's just pay 2 gold. We'll go down to 1. I'm dropping my stuff here. Go down to 1. I should probably replace that with dice. But, nah, we'll just leave it for now. Oh, let me. Okay. Okay, fable again. Still waters. You may banish 1 die of any color. If you do, +1 to your health, and shuffle this back into the deck. Sure, I'll banish a yellow. That'll mess up this too. So we'll shuffle it back into here, right? So that'll change up what enemies are coming, which is interesting. And we'll change our health to 3. I don't know. That seems like a decent stat increase for me. I'll take it. Less likely we'll fail early, maybe. Okay, we'll cut it. So the next enemy we know about now is different. It's the Toadstool Imp. So he has 1 damage, but if it's night, he gets +1 our highest stat. So that could be our health or recovery in this case. So he's basically right now a 4 health, hits back for 2, 5 bribe, but his gold reward is also buffed by our highest stat, which is interesting. Okay. Do we do another fable? That sucks. I cannot get to that campfire. Maybe there'll be a fable that clears a fable. I've never read them all. I have no idea. I've probably only seen like 6 of them so far, or maybe a little more. It doesn't matter which way we go on this card. Oh, I know what we should check. Let's... no, I don't want to scout, but I should. Yeah, let's try the fable. Let's go left, I think. Yeah, we'll go left. Okay, it's a trap, so we're going to roll a blue die. Doesn't matter where it's from, we'll just put it back. On a miss, we flip this card to knight. And on a hit, we recover up to 2 dice, which we only have 1 missing. We got a crit, so that doesn't matter. It's still a hit, but so we can recover the blue. Great. Now we're going to pull another fable. It's the most fables I've ever pulled in a single playthrough. There might be multiple of these. This is awkward. This is awkward. I shuffled. You guys saw that. I wasn't looking. All right. Let's do it. Let's banish another die and increase our health. Okay, at least it wasn't a bad one. And let's mix it up again. Oh, there's probably multiple of these guys in here, maybe. But yeah. Okay, let's do a cut. It might be the same one, but at least on the top now. We won't draw it. What does he do, actually? 5 health, 1 attack, 6 bribe. You may freely reroll... Oh, so this is during the battle when you fight him. This activates right away at the beginning. You may freely reroll crits. When you apply a crit to an enemy... Oh, I lose a health. Well, that guy sucks. But you get 4 gold if you defeat him. Yeah, that guy sucks. We want to fight this guy with the blunderbuss, I think. Blunderboss. Sorry. Okay. I guess we're just going on to the next card. So all these nodes, we ignore what they have printed, right? Oh yeah, and to clear up play space, we can clear anything that's behind us, and we just kind of save it off to the side if you need to clear up play space, because the previous cards don't matter for traveling because you can never go backwards. But later we might have to count how many daytime and nighttime we've progressed past. So we can always check that by having it in a set aside pile, okay? Yeah. All right. Let's just do it. Oh yeah, we're gonna get 2 enemies, right? Oh, that sucks. I should have went here to pull this guy out, but that's okay. Let's just do it. We'll go here, and this counts as a minion with 1 extra mob. Okay. Now that we've pulled our enemies in, we can fill our scouting line back out. Which we have the crawl guy, we have Weevil. Weevil has +1 to all his stats for each yellow in the exhausted area. Not banished, just exhausted. So right now he's only a 1/1/3. Then we have Briern, 3 health, 1 attack, 4, and has an ability. Purple dice cannot be used. Okay. So think about that stuff coming up. Might modify what dice we choose and how we treat the current battle based on what's happening here, right? Okay. So bribe step happens. I don't need to bribe this guy anymore because this guy's going to auto defeat him. This guy's 8 gold to bribe. That's not happening. I only have 1. So we'll just go on to the engagement, which these effects will fire off. So this guy says, when active, immediately defeat all other non-boss enemies in the active area. So he gets instant defeated. I'll get the 5 gold when he's defeated. So I'm now up to 6. So we basically just robbed the leprechaun. And now we have to fight this guy. We need 8 damage. He'll get us 4 gold. I guess I should just throw... Can't really use purple going forward, so I could leave some there, but... yeah, sure. Alright, so we got a crit here for 2 hits. We get 3 attempts, so... I think... yeah, we can pull in another. Because again, we can leave some of them exhausted, so we can't use them right away, but... it sucks that we can't update our recovery stat for a bit. I want to cock that. Okay. 2 more. So that's 4. I get 3 right now. YOLO. Oh, we'll take 2 damage if we don't defeat him right here on this last reroll here. We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Instant defeat. Okay. 4 gold. So we go up to 10. We take no damage because there's no enemies still not dealt with or defeated. We slide all these to our exhausted pile. We get rid of the enemies. There's no items on enemies in this game really. It's all just instant gold based on the lightning bolt on the bottom. So we'll just clear those away. And then we go back around the top. I guess we just get the hell off this card as quick as possible here. We're going to have to fight 2 more enemies again. Oh, I forgot to recover. I'm going to recover these 2 blues. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to recover based on my recovery stat. And I don't care about the purples right now because we can't... We don't want yellow in there because of this guy. We can't use purple when we fight this guy. Well, maybe I should take purple. I'll get to use them before that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right. Let's just, I think we'll fight one more and then we'll go spend money. So we'll just skip the node there. So this has no border. So we're going to fight 2. So this is like a minion with an extra minion, just like the last one, because all the nodes on this card are. So we're going to fight Craw. Yeah. May freely re-roll crits. When you apply a crit to any enemy, -1 health. This guy's sucky. Do I want to just... Yeah, this is bad. I need like... Yeah, I'm like losing dice fast here, guys. This is not good. Hopefully we get something going after this. Okay. I may freely re-roll these. But I don't need to, because you literally apply dice one at a time. Order does matter. So every time you place a die, you kind of check, is the enemy defeated? So I'll just keep applying. Okay. And now he's defeated. Okay. So now his ability's not there. I don't need the ability here, but just showing that the crit now is not going to lose me any health, because once he's defeated, that ability is turned off. I also gain 4 gold when he's defeated, going to 14. And then now this guy's defeated, and I'll just gain 1 gold. Okay. And then we'll clear. This is not a good situation. But again, I'm a noob, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to fill out my scouting line, which I should have done before I started rolling dice and applying dice and committing dice. And then I'll take back 2 blues. Okay, we're definitely scouting this time before moving forward, because if I move forward without trying to explore, I'll automatically get a nighttime card. Not the worst thing, because I think it still lets me flip over my leader, but we'll just do the whole rolling. I'll just roll 1. I want it to be night, so rolling a yellow means more likely a miss, which it did. So I'll just pull 1 card out, flip it to night. Oh, nice, there's a campfire. Okay, so we're going to get a Fable. Hopefully it doesn't screw us. Oh, there's the... Yeah, this is bad. Like, the fact I picked the left and the wolf is on the right, but... Yeah, we're going to miss him. That sucks. Okay, whatever. Okay, now let's visit the merchant. We'll get 1 item because we rolled 1 die that now is exhausted. Pulsifer's Tomb. Before activating a Fable node, you may exhaust 1 die to discard a scouted minion. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never seen this one before. Is it worth 5 though? I'm at 15 gold. We can leave it there and think about it. Then how many... Like, I'm going to a Fabled node next. Are any of these enemies that bad? I mean, this guy kind of sucks. At the start of each strategy phase, so every time I'm like rolling again, after the first, I lose a health. That guy sucks. That guy sucks. But if we kill him instantly, we're fine. Yeah, I need to spend money on these and these. So, like, I don't think I should be buying items is what I'm thinking. So we have 15 money. And I don't see any tolls coming up. These will cost 369. And then we can get 3 back from here. Sure. So we'll go down. We're spending 15, going down to 0. To go 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it feels weird not getting items at all yet still, but we're gonna fight this guy. I don't need purple to fight him. I don't know. We'll be banishing a die here. Oh yeah, we got our red back, and we explored a night. After exploring a nighttime map card, which we just did, we flip to big red. So we're back. We're back on. We have our big bastion ability, which we could use on this guy. Would not be bad, but I wish I could be using it on a wolf guy, but we're not there yet. Okay. So let's go to a fable. Is this seriously going to be the same one 3 times in a row? I don't know how many there are in the deck. It is. Oh my god, this is awkward. This is freaking awkward. I want to buff my other stats now. I don't want more health, but I still should probably do it because it seems good. Yep. Let's go to 5. We're not at our max yet. This way, if we fight a boss, we can just take it to the face and discard him, you know, like, and not even have to deal with him. We'll just use their health stat as our kind of like, yeah. And we shuffle this back into the deck. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Brendover says, do you play poker? You've probably been banned from all your local tournaments. No, I don't play poker, but yeah. I'm gonna, like, I don't know how to shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle these and then we'll cut it, but it's like, or maybe I'll roll a die and we'll take that many off the top and put them on the bottom or something. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe the paper cards are sticking together. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Let's just roll. 6 off the top, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that doesn't work either because now I know a bunch of the bottom enemies. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'll just do some kind of cut in here. Okay, sure. This doesn't work because it's such a bad live stream. Everyone thinks it's all rigged. It's all rigged. It's not though, because I really didn't want this fable though. That fable I did not want at that moment. That is like a great card to see, because finding mini bosses, I've learned, is actually more common on the nighttime side. So to find a mini boss on the easier side of a card is actually like really rare, I feel. I don't see those very often. So when you get that followed by a campfire, it feels like you're not even fighting them with extra little minions. Here you'd fight them with extra 2. So this is like God mode right here, and I got screwed by the fable. So yeah, little tilted by that. Telemaco TV says, by the way, being picky here, you have a strategy of 3, so the card at the top of the minion deck is also explored. So you shouldn't be shuffling that one. Where in the rules is that? Is that a rule? The top card of the deck's not counted as part of the deck? That's weird. I don't remember reading that. Yeah, I feel like that's not a thing, but maybe it is now. Yeah, I read the rules this morning again for like the 4th time, but I don't remember seeing that. But I might have like kind of read over it and not like, you know, comprehending it. Yeah, it just says including the one on the top of the deck is scouted, but it doesn't say it's not part of the deck and you should never shuffle it. I don't think I've seen that in the rules. Like when it tells me to shuffle the deck, I shuffle the deck. I don't not shuffle certain cards in the deck, you know? Seems a little weird, but maybe it's meant to be that way. Maybe that's been like an updated thing. But yeah, either way, we're playing prototype again. Like, yeah, that is picky, I guess, but yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Okay, so we're still scouted 3. I guess we're just going to the campfire, which will roll a trap die. We got a hit, so we're recovering up to 2 dice. Let's... I'm gonna cover a couple purple. Okay. And now at the campfire. So the cool part about a campfire, I haven't really described in detail yet. You get to +1 to strategy or recovery, or +2 to your health. I don't need health at this point. I feel like I've been given too much of that. And I'm actually going to take recovery to go to 3. I really should have more recovery by now, I feel, but oh well. We keep getting health. Okay, so I'm going to clean these up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is discarded. Okay. Now, I don't think we need to visit the little dude. We're going to go here. We're going to have to fight 3 minions. Yeah, Yogi, that's the usual. That's the usual. Okay. So now we have purple can't be used. Oh yeah, we have bribe step first. Let me check my 0 gold. Yep, we're not bribing. Okay. The banish the strongest die applied to Ren. And then angry roots here. When activated, add a daytime card to your path if able. You may flip daytime cards in your path. And again, your path is only things in front of you, not the current card you're on, and not the card behind you, supposedly. I'm pretty sure is what they've clarified. You may flip daytime cards in your path to nighttime to deal 2 damage to angry roots. So this basically, I haven't scouted far enough. Obviously, if I knew he was coming, I would probably scout a bit more. I should have, but I didn't. So we'll just deal with it. But again, I'm not playing the best. Don't judge the game based on the way I play it. But yeah, all right. So when activating him, we'll take a daytime card, add it to our path. Okay. That's not bad. We'll be going up the middle, so we have to hit the campfire next. But we could flip it. Oh, and we'd actually get a boss with 4 minions. I probably should do that, actually. Yeah, maybe I do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it to deal 2 damage to this guy. I'll flip it. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I definitely feel like by now I should have already at least dealt with 1 or 2 wolves. But problem is we don't know what it is. I'm just going to use these dice that are not included in the game just to signify I've dealt 2 damage to this guy. Okay. And then we'll get our scout pile going again. So we have Porcupill at the start of each strategy phase after the first -1 health. Flip any daytime card in your path to nighttime or add a nighttime card to your path, then draw and trigger a Fable card. Wither. We got Runt. You may only commit dice of a certain color if you have a matching color in your exhausted area. You may exhaust any number of dice at the start of this engagement. So this is what's coming, and we're about to fight like 4 extra enemies. So even one we don't know of with another, with a mini boss that we don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but we're just gonna do it. Win or lose, I feel like we have to, if we're gonna think of the long term. Okay. So here then, can't use purple until this guy's gone. So let's just roll. Oh, you know what I could do? Yeah. Let's do our ability. Oh no, I probably should save it for the next fight if I can. Oh, maybe not. I think it's still good now. Because I can still scout before, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's use our red. We are going to get rid of this guy for 3 gold. And we did that by applying 4 damage by banishing the die. Flip. Okay. Here I need still 7. Here I need 3. But to be able to use purple, I have to get rid of this guy first. Hmm. Okay. Okay, we get 4 gold. That's our first go. 8 gold rat. Now this guy, I can use purple. I don't know if I even apply this one. No, let's not. Okay, so this is the second strategy. I'm gonna go with these dice. Probably too many, but okay. We have one more roll. If I apply these, I need 4 more. Oh man. Yeah, this is not good. That's 3 damage this guy does. Oh. Nope. We're 1 shy. 1 shy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 shy. Wow. Okay. We take 3 damage. Going out of 2. We don't defeat this guy and get the 5 gold, which that's the sucky part. We lose all these dice. That could be it. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Okay. Cool. Again, we're not here to win. We're just here to demo the game. I got to keep telling myself that. That makes me feel better. Look at all the dice exhausted. We do get to recover 3. Oh man, we're in trouble. Just recover 3 purples. And we're about to go into a wolf fight. Yeah. And now I don't have the health to tank the wolf fight like I wanted to. Yeah, that sucks. That was risky, but it's okay. We don't finish, we don't finish. You guys definitely get the point of the game by now. Okay. Let's scout 1 card. It's nighttime. So now we can flip, but we don't have our red right now, but we hopefully will get it. Oh, okay. Okay, we're definitely getting to a campfire on this one. Okay. Oh, we might be able to hit 2 campfires in a row. If we can get through this without dying, which I highly doubt, we will definitely can bump our stat and get going, but maybe even heal up a bit. But I think I screwed up, but it's okay. All right, we rolled 1 die, so we get to shop at the merchant. We get to see another item, the rainbow cloak, once per round. After the roll dice step, you may set 1 rolled miss to a hit, so long as you just rolled dice of at least 4 different colors. I mean, that's cool, but not what I'm spending money on right now. There is an item in here I had before, I wish I had right now, is if I drop down to 0 health, it's like some armor that could then, instead of I die, I get to get some health back. I would feel much more confident if I saw that right now, but I didn't. So yeah, that's my bet. All right. Let's buy back these dice. And then we'll buy 1 exhausted die back. It's not great. Not great at all. But that's what we're doing. I just want the red because it's like 4 straight damage. I don't know if that's worse than probably recovering more dice here. I could have 1 more die, but I think the 4 damage is better. But I don't think I'll be able to beat the wolf and 4 enemies, so let's just do it. Let's see, this might be our final engagement. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Telemaco, I don't know if you're talking to me or people in the chat, but if you want to see how 20 strong works, again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I've played all the 20 strong decks. They are in the video description. There's a playlist link. So So yeah, the basics of how 20 strong work, we are definitely familiar. As I explained at the start of the stream, I also like playing super risky at the beginning to try to get my stats buffed up so the late game feels like easy mode. But because of that, it could lead to early deaths in the playthrough. But because it's a solo only game where you're playing a small deck and it only takes seconds to reset the game and play again, I kind of like playing loose and it's more fun. So yeah. And the way I play is probably different than you'll see most content creators who like might edit the stream or like edit rerolls or just play half a game anyway. So it's like doing it live is more interesting, I think, and we can maybe see a different side of the game, playing it differently, right? So yeah, that's what we try to do here. So just FYI, like yeah. Okay, Prowl 7 and 1. I've not played against this one yet. So this guy in the final battle would add this ability at the start of the engagement, discard half your items rounded up. I've been hit by this a couple times now, and I realize why, because I've never faced this guy yet. He only hits back for 1. We might be lucky here. Never mind. Sorry. Oh yeah, he gains more damage against us based on items we have in our inventory, but I literally haven't bought anything. And if we beat him, we get +1 to a stat. Can we do 7 damage though? Maybe, but the rest of the minions are going to be tough. So we're going to pull 4 minions in the battle because there are 4 chevrons around the encounter here. Boom, boom, boom. So here, let's do it like this. And after we pull them in, once we're done satisfying that number of drawn, we'll scout back up to 3. Not that we'll probably ever need to face these after we're about to die here. But let's evaluate what our odds are of even winning. A lot of smaller enemies, but we didn't recover our yellows, and I was worried about a Weevil showing up because this guy gets stronger based on the yellows in our exhausted area. That's so bad that he showed up. And Runt, unfortunately, I have to exhaust a purple die if I want to even roll purple dice. So he's kind of screwed us too. I can roll yellows, greens, and blues no problem right now. But I literally have to exhaust one of these so I can roll the purples I took. So bad. Oh, this is so bad. But again, if I defeat them, I can turn off their abilities. But yeah, right now, this is... Weevil hits back for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dead. Run hits back for 1. Wither hits back for 1. That would be dead. Porcupine for 1. Dead. Porcupill, sorry. This guy hits back for 1. Almost dead. And then again, this guy. If I don't kill this guy in the first round, I start losing health every single reroll. So like I'm really, really screwed. Okay. No, I don't mind playing along, like play along, yeah. But like when you just say like this is the way you should play and always play this way and this is the best way to play, like those kind of like it's more fun to just choose, you know, like you should try this or try that, you know? Like I don't mind playing along, but like I always get irked by someone who says you must play this game one way. It's like it's not true, depending on a lot of variables that are in these decks and choices, right? Could change how you play, right? And depending how you want to approach it and how risky you want to be, you might play completely weird, but it might turn out in the end because we're playing a dice game with random rolls and random decks of cards. So whenever there's so much luck involved, sometimes risking decisions against the stats of the game, the statistics behind it, can turn to be more fun rather than just breaking it down to like the odds, right? So yeah, but we're playing live, so sometimes it just makes it, I look like a bad player, but like it could pay off and make me look amazing. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, no worries. It's all good. All right. But yeah, I'm not reading everything. It's hard to keep track of everything in the game. I'm not a pro with it either. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Let's, well, we'll go down swinging, I guess. So I have to exhaust this to be able to roll. I also can banish this to defeat. I could defeat him. I probably should defeat here, though. Yeah, I feel like it's not even possible. I feel like it's not even possible, but I need to definitely defeat him. And 2 of these. Maybe I just defeat Weevil. Yes. Okay, hold on. Yeah. We're going to defeat Weevil. By banishing this, flipping this, taking 4 gold, a 1 plus, yeah, 1 plus yellow is 4 gold. Okay, so that's 4 damage that would come back at me that's now out of play. I still die though based on 4 more damage coming at me. I had to exhaust to be able to roll purples. I have to kill this guy now or I'm dead. Yeah. And the problem is I want to kill this guy because he can buff any stat, but I probably can't kill him. Ugh. And this is later. This is new. Yeah, if I defeat Runt, I wouldn't have to exhaust a purple. That's correct. But he's 3 health. So it's like, if I waste my 4 damage on him, and I don't have to get rid of the purple, I don't think it's going to get me enough damage to make up for getting rid of this guy. I don't know. That's how I'm looking at it. Because I'm leaving 1 point of damage on the table by killing him, but I get an extra die out of it, which could potentially be 2 damage, but it most likely is not. I don't know. That might be the right way to do it. I just need 4 damage to get rid of these guys, and I survive. Oh no, I need to get rid of this guy actually for 4, so I don't lose a health. But I think I can stop at any time. I don't have to go through all 3 strategy phases, I think. Right? A strategy phase is like each reroll, right? Strategy phase. Strategy phase, use the dice in your dice pool. Commit, roll, apply. You repeat this phase's steps a number of times equal to your strategy. Yeah, I feel like that's what he does. Okay. Yeah, it's probably over here, but like we could still get out of it. We could still get out of it. As long as we don't take more than... Oh, we can't take more than 1 damage. Yeah, we're probably screwed. Because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I literally need all these to be crits. That doesn't work. And if I killed this guy instead, I need 4, 8, 9. I need 4 of them to still be crits and 1 to be a hit. Yeah, I'm dead, guys. I'm dead. There's no way. I mean, there is a way, but it's probably not happening. Okay. Well, we're not dead by him reducing our health. So that is roll number 1, right? Yeah, let's roll 1. So this guy's dead. I don't want to apply these because I need crits. And I have 2 more chances, right? I need... no, I only need... Oh, sorry, I'm rolling too many dice. Oh my god. I rolled too many dice. I rolled too many dice. I rolled too many dice. Let's just pretend that that one wasn't rolled. Yeah. Sorry, Dragon, I forgot. Yeah. But we're going to pretend that that one wasn't rolled, not one of these. Yeah, because I was doing the whole examples. I didn't revert. Oh, I can't win. Yeah, because I can't win, guys, without that extra purple. So it doesn't work. Even with the extra purple, I would still need... Okay, I have to do it that way, actually. Yeah, I have to do Runt. Yeah, I have to do Runt. I have to have that purple involved. I do. So I have 1 less gold. Yeah, because the way the dice break out, right? Because I need to put 2 crits on here and a single on here. Yeah, I have to do it the way I just did it, actually. So we are good. We are good. Yeah. I'm a little slow, obviously. I forget you can't split hits off of a single die to separate enemies. Not a thing. So I need 2 crits still and a hit. Oh, buddy. Two gold. I have one last roll. This has to be a crit or I lose the game. I don't want to reroll this one because it has literally like 4 misses. So the fact that I even got a hit is like super rare. So I'm keeping that. All comes down to this roll. This might be the shortest playthrough you've ever seen of this game. Ever. You'll ever see. Maybe not live, because I'm assuming live people fail. But pre-recorded, no one ever fails. All dice have an equal chance of critting. True. But here's the problem. If I don't get a hit on this yellow die, so 33% chance of getting a hit or a crit, this guy stays alive and I lose. So you think, Brendover, you think I should keep them both to try to get a crit, but I feel like more likely I'll get a miss on the yellow? If you crit, this is pre-recorded confirmed. I'm going to apply it though, because the yellows always miss. Like, they always miss. Okay, here we go. We need a crit. 1 in 6 chance. You think I... Telemaco, you think I should do both? Okay, I'll do both. I'll do both. Okay, here we go. So we need 1 to be a crit and 1 to be a hit. Oh, it doesn't matter which die you put on an enemy? Oh yeah, true, true, true. Twice the chance for crit. All right, here we go. I like that. Oh yeah, this guy's still alive. It would be a... The cover says it would be a shame if the camera went out right before the roll and then came back to show us the result. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 misses, Dragon. You know it. Here we go. Ready? See? 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 I got the crit, and this was a miss. Ah, I should have left the yellow there. Ah, I played too much of this game to know. Never trust the yellows. Never trust the yellows. So this guy dies. We get 4 gold. Go up to 8. I can't buy my way out of this one. And then we're finished because we went through all 3 of our recovery chances. And then we take damage, which will be 2. We go down to 0, and we're dead. And we're dead. Okay? So Brendover's saying, rewind time to your original decision and pretend you won. I mean, we can do that to keep playing, but I still think I'm so far behind right now that it's not going to help us. But we are about to hit 2 campfires. So we can pretend. We can pretend I didn't listen to Telemaco. Yeah. Telemaco says, I take the blame 100%. Okay, then. That's fine. As long as somebody takes the blame and you guys are okay with me cheating, we will cheat. All right. So we'll cheat just for the sake of the fun of the stream. I want to keep playing. But I definitely should have left this on here and just rolled the purple. I got the crit. I probably wouldn't get the crit if the yellow didn't bump it, you know? But anyways, we'll just go with it. So I take 1 damage. So we can keep playing. But I definitely lost. And I blame that bad fable that came up and changed that whole green card to purple and changed the symbols on it. Okay, so we have some stuff to resolve though. So yeah, this guy's just gone. We don't have to worry about him anymore. But there's this. Flip, so I resolve this now, even if this unit's defeated, I believe. Flip a daytime card in your path to nighttime, or I would assume I have to choose the one that actually does something. I'm going to choose it just for interesting, to make things interesting. I'm going to add a nighttime card to my path. Then I'm going to draw and trigger a fable. I draw and trigger a fable. So we're adding a nighttime card to our path, which I don't think is the same as exploring. So I can't flip my leader here, my hero, sorry. And then... Yogi, thank you for gifting 5 memberships to the channel, you generous bastard. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's awesome. Peer pressure for the loss. Just reroll the purple. We have been called the useless. See, Mitch, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no proof recorded on the internet of me calling the chat useless or anything, or blaming chat for anything. I never do that. That sounds fake. Yogi, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now we got to keep playing, right? We got paid, so we got to keep playing. Our membership grew. We got more people part of the community. Now we have to keep playing. That's just how it works. So I'm just going to clean this one up, set it off aside. So there are our previous cards here in a pile. I'll slide this one down. Awesome, awesome. Okay, oh, we do need to recover though. Oh yeah, we need to do a fable. I think all that happens before the recovery, actually. Before dice are exhausted, technically. Oh, look, it's a different fable. Lily of the Valley. You may move your health die here to any node on the current map card. Then roll all banished dice. If at least one crit is rolled, this is my banished die. Of course, I only have one die banished when this comes up. FML. All right. Then roll all banished dice. If at least one crit's rolled, +1 to any stat. Oh my god. If this, like... Okay. Oh yeah, where do we want to move? I guess I'll just move to the node I was going to anyway. Or, oh. I wonder if it gets around what happens on it. I don't know. We could hit another fable. Yeah, let's hit another fable, then we'll do the campfire. Oh, but the fable could screw us too, right? The fable could, like, make us do something that ruins what we're trying to do here. Yeah, let's not gamble, even though I want to, because some of those fables are good. Oh, so bad. Yeah, let's go here. I'll move us... Oh, no, I can move us to this node. Yeah. I'll move to this node so we can do fable, campfire, maybe. I gotta gamble. I have to. I have to gamble. Things are going wrong. They have to go turn right again. All right. Then roll all banished die. Telemakko says, we did the right thing. Chances of rolling one crit on both dice was 33%. With only the purple, you had 16%. Then the remaining hit is harder to math, but we still made the crit more likely that way. This is true. Never tell me the odds. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We did not roll a crit, so no +1 to our stat. Okay. Now we can recover. Oh, this was banished. Recover. We can recover 3 dice. What's coming up here? So we have this guy, Stundern. You may banish dice to reduce Stundern's bribe cost. For each banished die, reduce that cost by X, where X is the number of hit faces on the die. So if I were to banish, say, a purple, there are 5 hit sides, so that would reduce his 10 bribe by a 5. He's 6 to deal with, 3 attack back. That sucks. I like this funnel web spider guy. You can keep bribing him and he'll keep just coming back, and you just keep paying him off for 1. But he's 7 to defeat. He does give you 5 gold, though. And we've already seen the Toadstool Imp. Okay. Yeah, this is not my best playthrough of this game. Even my first learning playthrough was definitely better than this, but I think it depends on the items you see early too, though, and I saw a really good item, and I'm not going to spoil it before when I played the first time, but I've seen some other good ones too that definitely helped make the playthrough a little less challenging. Okay. We do. Let's just take all purples. I don't know. No, what can happen here? Should I take a bit of every color? Sure. Yeah, we'll just take these 3. I don't know. Guys, I don't need to explore anytime soon, so taking yellows is whatever. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see. We're just moving there. I don't think we actually resolved the node we moved to, maybe. Nope, that's not the one. Where was it? What did that? That was like an enemy, right? Oh yeah, it was this. It was this. I'm assuming if we move it to the node, we're not going to resolve the node, I think. I think it's just like placing us at a different spot. Yeah. I'll just treat it that way. Because it's like confusing, like, should I resolve what's ever there? But we'll just move us here. And now, we'll go here. We'll pay the toll down to 6. Fable. Cursed Transformation. I've seen this one before. Immediately swap your hero for an unused hero. Start on the side of your choice and setting your stats to their starting stats. You may banish your 2 strongest dice in your dice pool to ignore this effect. Here's the problem. I could go to a hero that literally gets us the same stats. But like, for example, if I switch my hero to this guy, yeah, great, I get some health. But then these stats are atrocious for this point in the playthrough, right? Or I could switch to this and keep my stats the same. But either way, this is so annoying. Very, very annoying. Yep. Pied Piper. Oh, Pied Piper, we can actually get more. Pied Piper, we could actually benefit. Like we'll get a free health, right? But we lose our cool ability. What's this one do? Into the river. After activating enemies, you may immediately defeat all non-boss enemies. That's a thing? And the flip trigger, when using Piping Piper's ability, flip him. Oh, okay, so you gotta flip it. How do you flip it back? Follow my melody. Oh no, +1 minion to every engagement. Oh god. That's bad. After completing a 4 or more enemy engagement, which I just did, entirely as Pied Piper. Oh, okay, so if you flip in the middle of it, that doesn't count. And then you get to flip back. Don't you want to explore to get the red die back? I do, but I thought I could wait on exploring a few more nodes maybe, but yeah. But now I might have to switch my leader, or my hero, sorry, or whatever they're called. Bo Peep. Shear the wool. During each roll dice step, for each purple or blue misrolled, +1 gold. Flip trigger. After you pay gold for any reason, man, I pay gold lots of times for tolls and stuff. You flip it. Trample. If all 4 yellow dice are currently committed, their hits deal, which are like never hits, 3 times damage. Applied before any other modifiers. Flip trigger. After defeating like a mini boss, so you have to defeat them. You can't just let them hit you and run away basically. Flip to Bo Peep. Man, okay, so realistically, these 2 are the only ones I would choose because I do not want to lose my recover stat. Okay? And I can put a poll in the chat and you guys can decide. 3 options. The other option is banishing the purple and the blue I have and going literally down to 1 green die. I can get some dice back, but I only have 6 gold. So I'm not going to be able to just buy a bunch of dice back. My money is low because I've been having trouble with enemies. I don't know if I got the right gold out of the last fight, but I feel like I probably did. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I probably didn't. 9. I defeated all these guys. The only guy I didn't defeat was the boss, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, some of these were the not this guy. I didn't defeat this guy because he was the Fable thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy was plus the yellows. So he was another 4 gold. So 10 gold. The runt was there for 2 gold. That's 12. And that's all I got. Yeah. So and then I spent a toll. So I should be at 10 gold actually, not 6. Yeah, I probably forgot to take all my gold when we were stressing out there. Stressing. There is a guy, there is an enemy that will switch all these dice with my active dice. Is he here? Of course he's not here. He is not here right now. But he is going to show up, I'm sure. And I've seen him multiple times. Yeah, that would be amazing right now. Yeah, there seems to always be something in the 20 strong that flips like that. But it's like, yeah. Maybe there's a Fable that does it too. All right. Here's the poll. You guys are in full control. What to do? Okay, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. Take piping Piper. Take Bo Peep. I think we can start on any side of them too. Obviously, some are better than others. Or keep little red and banish dice. Okay. I'm going to put a poll in the chat for a couple minutes, and you guys can decide. So, do we take Piping Piper and switch? Do we take Bo Peep and switch? Or do we keep our current hero and lose our purple and blue? Your choice. You guys vote in the live chat. All in your hands. Since basically this part of the playthrough is all you guys, you know, by cheating. I didn't cheat. It was all you guys. So yeah, so this is now officially in your hands. You guys are driving, not me. I can't be blamed for anything that happens. Oh my god. Do you have the card to use Nugget? Yeah. Oh, you guys want me to go find my other 20 strong and get all the universal leaders too? Or universal heroes or whatever? I'm not doing that. Let's keep, come on, man. I can only put 4 options in the poll, all right? Yeah. Technically, yeah, you can pull like you can pull universal leaders in too. Or universal hero, whatever they're called in this game. I always forget. But yeah. But I did include the promos, but they're like, I don't want to lower my recovery stat. I will not do it, no matter what these guys say. And again, I can only put 4 options in the poll, so like, whoa. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay, I'm closing the poll. What do you crazy guys want? What do you crazy people want to do? Oh, we have a tie for taking a new hero. All right, I'll redo the poll and leave off the keeping our hero. Just because it was tied. Piper or Bo Peep. Okay, we'll do a quick, just to break the tie. We'll do a second poll in the chat. So out of those two, these two, which one do you want to see we switch to? So we can get rid of this one. Best way to break the tie. Thank you everyone that voted on the poll, by the way. Thank you. This is fun though. It's definitely fun. All right. We're closing the poll. Piper. Piper it is. Boom. Done. Barely winning. All right. I can start on either side. I probably should start on the side where I can defeat all non-boss enemies. Yeah, let's do that. And we switch our health to 2. That's good, right? Stupid fables. Stupid fables. Okay. Now we're going to the campfire. Yay. I probably should increase my recovery, right? I get to do it again in a second. I could increase my health, but I feel like we go recovery. Because then it'll allow us to build up our dice pool as we fight through these enemies here. Or we could fight, like, either way we go. But I think I want to go up the middle to get to this wolf boss guy. So I think we'll increase the recovery to 4. Then we'll go to this one. We're going to spend 2 for the toll. I probably should increase health, but I think I'm going to go recovery again to 5. We need to get these dice back. Like, that's important. We'll have multiple opportunities to do it here. Although there's a... oh yeah, we can use the ability. We're about to fight 3 minions. So I probably need to use the ability to just defeat them all there. I'll get a bunch of money. Yeah, I'll get a bunch of money. And then we can go visit the market after. Because if we defeat all these easy peasy, we get 8 plus 6 gold, because it's 1 plus our highest stat. So that'll give us 14, and we're at 8. Oh, actually some gold will be left on the table. Okay, before we move then, let's roll this blue. And we'll visit and get yellow back, I think. Okay, so we get another nighttime card. So we're exploring. Whoops. Yeah, that's awkward. So nighttime card. Okay, so now we know there's a campfire up here too. And we could... oh, we can fight mini boss fight and then mini boss fight. I don't know if that's smart, but we could deal with 2 back to back and still get to a campfire. Commit 0 to recover 5 sounds good. Go recovery, then you can defeat all enemies. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And then we just get back scoops of dice, right? Just like handfuls of dice. Yes. Okay. So we do get to see that one item, so I guess that wasn't that bad. What's this? Petrified Stagheart. When you would exhaust a red crit, you may instead... hold on. When you would exhaust a red, comma, crit, you may instead banish to +1 health. When you would exhaust... oh, 2 health. Okay, I see. So I have to roll a red crit, which I don't even have my red die right now. A 1 in 6 chance, and choose not to apply it to an enemy and banish it to get a health. I don't feel like I want to spend 4 gold on that right now. I could buy the red die back right now. Should I buy this? Could this be a way to get my health up there? It may just sit there and never get used though. And I have 8 gold right now. I would like to have some gold for bribe money later too, but I do need to spend some right now. But I'll spend it on dice or item. Red or crit? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Is it, you think? When you would exhaust a red die, Or a crit of any die, you think? That's what it means? Oh, and it's when you would. I see. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. I'm not reading this correctly at all. I get it now. It is when I would exhaust a red. Or a crit. So a red or like a crit here, I could banish to gain a health, banish to gain a health, like that? Yeah, the comma is what's throwing me off. What do you guys think? The comma is definitely messing with me. Because it's like a really expensive cost to banish a die. That's like, but it's basically like telling me I'm basically for 3 gold can buy a heart. But how rare do they want to make it? Like getting crits on dice is pretty rare, right? Yeah. Not sure. Yeah, you definitely get to use the red crit. It's after when we're cleaning up and we exhaust it. I'm going to say it's just getting a red crit. Because I think if it's any crit, that's way too powerful. But again, you are banishing dice, which is like expensive, and then you have to get them back, right? I don't know. I don't know how busted this item is for 4 gold. Should we buy it though? And let's just treat it as like, if we ever get a red crit, we can banish it to get a heart. I don't know. Or is it not worth the 4 money? What do you guys think? Yeah, the comm is weird, right? Remember, this is prototype, right? This is not final, so this could be just like a typo. If you banish the crit, you then don't get to apply it to the damage. Yeah, you do. Yeah. It says when you would exhaust the crit dragon. So that's in cleanup after we've already determined defeated enemies dealing damage. We exhaust is like the 3rd step of cleanup. And we would banish instead at that point, which would already be after all the enemies are dealt with and we've taken our damage and stuff. Yeah, let's just do the red crit. I'm down. All right. You want to buy it? We're buying it. All right. We're buying it for 4. It's a gamble, but I say we do it. All right. And we have 4 money left. 4 money. Oh, this should be here, right? Did I have it banished already? Okay. I forget where the red die was. Was the red die over here? You guys can tell me. I forget what dice I had here and what die were here. I think this was empty, but I can't remember. Oh, my red was banished? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it was. I'm getting off track for sure. Okay. Then let's just spend 3 to get it back. There we go. All right. We have 1 gold left. We're done. We can't spend it on anything. Let's leave. We'll move up. We're going to deal with these guys. And then I think right away, we use the Piper, right? After activating enemies, they don't do anything on activation. We're going to defeat all non-boss enemies. And then we flip them. So now we have to add +1 enemy to all engagements going forward. And after completing a 4 or more enemy engagement as him, we get to flip him back. This could be rough. So defeat. So 8. 1 plus highest stat is 6. So 14 more gold. We're up to 15. Definitely going to go shopping again. And scouting of 3 more. And still, we still don't have the enemy that lets us switch with our exhausted pile. So this guy banishes the strongest dice applied to him. This one says we can't use purple. And this one says if Prickle is the only non-boss enemy, he gains +2 health and +2 like attack. So I don't think that'll be a thing since our ability keeps adding extra enemies to fights. I think we're okay with that. think we're... I did both bonfires. I increased our recovery, which we'll use right now. So we cleaned up. We get to recover 5 dice. I can't use purple in the next fight. So maybe we just recover... Well, I can use purple after this guy's dead. Any other reason to get... Yeah, maybe take a yellow. Oh yeah, I can buy back some dice too. We dealt with one wolf. Another wolf here. Okay. Just thinking of exploring and how much to do here. I really need to find like a good item. Like there are some better items in there. I feel like I just roll a yellow though. Yeah, let's just roll a yellow. Okay. Nighttime, campfire, no boss enemy. Oh yeah, we can clear this one out. Okay, can still get, like, I need to defeat more mini bosses though. Or get rid of them at least a couple more. I see one. I can't get to both the, oh yeah, there's one here too. 1, 2, I think if we defeat these two, we're probably good. And we get to this campfire and this campfire, we're good. Because we'll bump up our recovery, bump up our health a bit maybe. And I'll feel good, but I still feel like we're missing a decent item. Like we need a couple good items here too, and we don't have. So I feel like if we get there, we're good. Okay, so this is gone. So we rolled 1 die. Let's visit the merchant. 3 little pigs. I have not seen this one. Ignore the blighted effect on all minion nodes. So blighted is the one where it's this shape and it adds +1 health, attack, and bribe cost. I don't know if that's worth buying. Probably not. Probably not. For 3. Oh, look at the upgrade side though. Blighted modifiers will -1 to all enemies to a minimum of 1 rather than +1. But on our current path, oh, there is a blighted here. Oh, look at this one. Oh, God. I don't know. I gotta flip this guy back. So that would cost me 7 to flip this. I don't know if that's worth it though. Because the problem is like the ones where you get tons of enemies, they're not blighted. So it's like, yeah, no, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. Okay, but we're gonna spend gold on dice, I think. Do we need to bribe anyone? Maybe. No, I think we're good with the bribing. All right, let's purchase. For 15, we can get like 7 of these dice back. And I have no tolls coming up that I see. At least that I want to go to. Yeah, let's just go all the way down to 1. And get 7 of our dice back. Yeah. Okay, we're good, we're good. All right. Nice little trip to the market. All right. Let's now go to this spot. This is weary. I have one fewer rerolls. So I only have 2 rerolls on this node to deal with 1 minion plus my ability here, giving me an extra minion. And we'll scout 2 more. I thought for sure after buying all those dice, I would find the guy that switches them. I thought that's my luck, how that works, but it didn't. Maybe that guy's already gone based on a fable. Yeah, maybe that guy's gone, actually. Maybe there's more of them, I don't know, but... let's see... Oh! This guy. I don't know how many there are in the game, but he already came by. So I don't feel that bad now. I think we got him on a fable. Yeah, we did. It was the spiderweb guy. Okay. Okay. I don't know if there's more dark fairies. But, yeah, if he came up next, I would have been very upset. Very upset. Okay, let's deal with these guys. I think we roll our red to possibly get some health back. We can recover 5, so, like, I'm okay spending some. I can't roll purple right now because of this guy. I'll have to banish the strongest die applied to this guy. So, I don't think it matters. I only get 2 rolls. I only get 2 rolls. Oh yeah, yes, Brendover. I won't lose items in the final fight. That is a new thing to me. It always happens. That's a bad roll. Very bad roll. Wow. Yeah, I can't even kill this guy. Well. Okay. I had to put more dice in. We didn't get the crit on the red, which I feel like is not gonna really happen. So 3 gold, we're up to 4. Yeah, that feels really bad, but we barely got it there. So yeah, we only had 1 extra hit. 4 more gold. Up to 8. And then we'll banish the strongest die applied to this guy, which is the blue. These are all exhausted. These guys are gone. We'll recover 5. Let's do maybe like that. No, let's do like that. Okay. Do we need to buy dice right now? I don't think so. Let's go 1 more. This is a weary one. So all the enemies here, which is the next 2, are going to be +1 to all their stats, which is fine. Look at this guy. All hits deal 1 fewer damage. Oh, that's so rough. Yeah, that is very rough. You need 2 to get rid of them, and then that turns off. But man, this guy's popular. All right. I don't want to bribe any. This guy's not alone, so he doesn't get buffed. So this guy needs 3 to kill him, 1 here. Let's try the red for the stag heart thing. Yeah, maybe. I get 3 chances. Let's just try with these 3. Let's undercommit here. Maybe we get lucky. We just need like one of these to crit. Just like that. Just like this one. I'll keep rolling though, because I only need 1 to kill here, and I want to make this a crit. So I'll take my other 2 rolls on it. Got it. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, so this guy was defeated first before. I get 3 gold off that, up to 11. This guy gets defeated. I get 2 gold, up to 13. And now we're resolving it. This one will flip a daytime card in your path to nighttime, or add a nighttime card to your path. Okay, more wolf possibilities and campfires. And then trigger a fable. Tea time. If your total stats adds up to 9 or fewer, my total stats are 2, 3, 4, 5, plus another 5 is 10. Plus 1 any stat. If they add up to 10 or more, recover all exhausted dice. Where was this a little while ago? But yeah, I don't know if this happens right now, but either way, we'll get to recover them all anyway. Yeah. So if I recover them all now, and then these go here, but I am going to banish this one to get a +1 health with the stag heart. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you... Yeah, there's an order there, but I think with my recovery, either way, I'll recover what was exhausted after, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that's good right before we fight a mini-boss here. I should go to the shop, though, because we're about to fight a bunch of enemies. And we're about to fight... yeah, this is about to be a 4 or more enemy engagement, because he's going to add an extra, and we're fighting a wolf pack plus 2 minions plus another minion. So if we can defeat them, then we get to flip, and then we'll have our power turned on where we can wipe a whole bunch again at like the next wolf fight or whatever, the next wolf pack fight. But I should, because we're about to fight 4 enemies, having 13 gold and I can only max out at 20, I should probably go spend some, right? So let's try to find a good item. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. And let's get some daytime cards going. Yeah. Actually, we're going to do this. No, we're going to do it this way. No. Yes. Yeah. We're going to roll... We choose the order, and we have to do 1 at a time. I'm going to do 3 dice. That's probably bad. There's only a couple cards left here, I know this. But I can see up to 3 items this way. I want to buy a good item. But I'm also about to go into a fight with a lot of enemies, so losing these dice before the fight's probably bad. Yeah, let's just roll 2. 1 at a time we resolve. So there's our hit. So daytime. Okay, we can clear this one out. Slide him down. I want this one to be a hit, but I probably won't get it lucky. But if it does, and I'll show you why. If this becomes a daytime, at the final boss fight, we only have 2 extra minions, maybe 3 with our Pied Piper, right? But if we fight it on nighttime, which I've done a couple times before, you get extra minions by like double. Makes quite the different final fight. Quite different. So we have like a 50-50 shot here, I think, on getting a hit, right? Or maybe there's only 2 misses. Yeah, there's only 2 misses on here, so it's better than 50-50. Yeah. So if we can get a hit here, we can have Grandma's house be daytime, unless some stupid fable or something flips it, which could happen too. Don't forget their +1 health. Oh, you're right, on the last fight, right? I totally missed that, Marav. I forgot. How can I fix that? I definitely had a crit on the one guy. You know what? It doesn't matter, because even if I pulled in extra dice, we would have recovered them all anyway. So I would have, if I remembered, I would have put maybe another couple dice in, but we would have got them all back. So yeah, we're fine. But you're right. I totally forgot. You caught me. I totally forgot. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, we get an extra gold. Boom. Because it's a crit. And Grandma's is on daytime. So that's it. We can still go to the market in the future. You just have to roll dice, even though there's no map cards left. You can still do that, but we're not going to explore any more cards because there's none left. So now we see the final showdown. Okay, these are exhausted. And Shopping. We rolled 2 dice. So we got the Huntsman's Blade. During the apply dice step, you may apply crits to scouted enemies. The dice will remain applied to those enemies. I love this one. And deal the damage when the enemy is activated. So like if you overcommit on dice, you can just kind of put them, or you get really lucky and roll a whole bunch of crits you don't need. You can like kind of put them on enemies ahead of time. So like if we, like this is perfect for this guy. So this one says all hits deal 1 fewer damage. But if we can put, when the enemy's activated, I wonder if that happens before this guy's thing applies. Like if we could rule it that the 2 damage would apply from 1 crit. But either way, we could apply dice to this guy in advance, you know, which could be really good. Because then he would die right away, and then his ability doesn't matter. But yeah, I wonder if the crit applies before that fires off. I'm not sure. And then we have Smelting Pot. At the start of each engagement, you may discard a different item from your inventory to defeat a non-boss enemy. Do not gain that enemy's printed reward. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Are any of these worth grabbing at this point in the game? I mean, auto-defeating an enemy by throwing away an item seems pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know. I definitely need to get these dice back, I think, which will cost me 6 out of my 14. So that'll leave me with 8. I could afford both these items if I wanted. These aren't the items I was looking for, though. Yeah, let's do it. I can hold up to 3 items. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then I'll buy these back. We're broke. We are broke. Okay. So, let's go to fight a boss fight, or mini boss fight. Guzzle. When activated, you may banish up to 5 dice of different colors. For each, deal 2 damage to Guzzle. He's 12. Oh, we can gain and upgrade a random item. Huh. So if we throw away an item, we'll have a spot to get a new item. I like it. Okay. Good thing we got all our banished dice back there. Okay, so that's our wolf pack. And now we need to add 2 more, plus another one, 3 more minions to the fight. Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, there is another Dark Fairy. Oh, okay. So if this guy is coming up next, we definitely want to like YOLO our dice, right? If we're gonna swap, we want to pretty much have like nothing here and as many in our exhausted pool. Obviously, it doesn't help us with banish, but still, that's hilarious. Yes, that's hilarious. Use them all. Yes, we just unlocked God mode. This is great. Unless somehow this guy disappears. I don't know. We're not going to draw a Fable, right? Please say no. Fables, I hate Fables now. I thought they were cool, but I hate them. All hits do 1 fewer damage. Purple can't be used. You may banish dice to reduce his bribe. And this guy can banish dice to up to 5 different colors. I think I'm going to use this melting pot to throw away something here to defeat an enemy automatically, I think. But if I have that many dice, if I'm rolling everything except purple right now, maybe I don't care. How are we doing this? We're going to gain an item, so we probably should throw one away anyway. You know, like, might as well. And I can't auto-defeat him. I could do this guy, though. Yeah, I'll just throw away the hunting blade. Okay, I don't get the reward though. So maybe... Yeah, he's only 3 gold. This guy's 5, this guy's 4. So yeah, let's discard that. Auto defeat this guy, 3 gold. I'll still use the dice. I don't think I'm going to banish anything though, because I can get 12 damage probably, right? I just can't use purple right now, but I have 3 rolls, right? So yeah, let's get crazy with it. Unless I'm screwing this up somehow. Pestilence, good morning. It's good. I like it. I like it. Adventuring, gold, buying weapons, fighting minions, building up for a boss fight. Like, I don't know, what else can I ask for in a little 1 deck, 20 dice solo adventure game, you know? Like, what? It's awesome. I like that kind of stuff, so I'm definitely biased. Cock die. Okay. Oh, we got a crit on a yellow. Holy crap. Record this in history. We saw a crit on a yellow die. I know it's the same odds of crits on all dice, but for some reason, yellow, yeah, the fact that it even hits is like crazy. Okay. All hits do 1 fear damage. So I didn't get the 2 crits I need to get rid of this guy, which is bad. Yeah, that's probably really bad that I didn't get 2 crits there. I definitely defeated the wrong enemy, I think. So let's go roll number 2. Damn it. Damn it. All right. So this guy's defeated. Plus 5 gold, so now hits are back to normal. 8. Am I going to die here? Okay, I can use purples now. Oh, man. I need to get 12 damage on this guy or I'm dead. I think I got too cocky here. Definitely rolling this one again. I think this is good too. I could apply a hit to him. So we need 11 on 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice. Yeah, I'm going to leave that hit there. Here we go. We need 11 damage. Never telling the odds. Yes, exactly. Let me play my game inefficiently and get lucky, okay? Yeah, I think I put this on here just so that like we have 1 hit guaranteed. Because if I roll all the blues are blank, I'll regret it if we're 1 short. I don't know. Sub Brief says, I love all the game mechanics, but I prefer a board game over a card game. Might still check it out though. I will tell you, Sub Brief, and I don't care whether you buy this game or not. It doesn't benefit me at all either way, right? But to be honest, I'll take this any day over a tiny epic game for sure. If we're talking about small footprint, because this is just a deck of cards. It's like this, you can fit it all in like a deck box like this, right? Like the whole game fits in here, right? So this is like super portable, great for like just if you're traveling for work, you're by yourself. You can quickly set this up on like at a coffee shop on the table or at a diner, your hotel room on a little table, whatever. The portability is huge. Solo gamers sometimes can have a table set up in their home, a small table like myself, and just leave it on the table and play it over and over again, do whatever you want, right? So the portability is there. And a board game doesn't have that. So the epicness you're getting in this kind of small box game is some of the best I've ever played, to be honest. And the tiny epic games, they are more board game inside of a small package, but the components are all tiny and the rules are always messed in those games and they're overly complex for what they are. I don't know. I'm not a fan of really the tiny epic series, and I have big hands, so yeah, that's me being not maybe fair to them, but what I find this game is the right amount of complexity for the like epic game length I want in a tabletop game. But I am a huge card game fan, as you probably know. You see on the channel, I play all the LCGs, I'm going to play Star Wars Limited tonight in a draft. Like, I love competitive and cooperative card games. So I'm okay if all the stuff on the board is a card until it gets too crazy. There's a limit I have, I guess. But yeah, just saying because it's all cards and there's no board to play with, like, again, a board would make the box a lot bigger than a deck box. Like, you could fit in a smaller box than this probably even. So the portability is up to you. But if you don't travel with your games ever, and you're never in a situation where you need a small portable, but like something that feels a little more meaty, you know, that's not just like love letter, you know what I mean? Then don't worry about it, right? Just keep buying board games and it's all good. It's not, everyone has different like needs and requirements and wants, right? Like if you only play your tabletop games on like your beautiful board game table in your game room, you know, yeah, you don't need to go to card gaming, right? Like you don't need that. Like do what you want, right? But yeah, I think there is a need in the market though for like smaller games that aren't just like a deck of 52 cards, you know, playing solitaire, you know? Like having some solo games that feel like you're playing an epic board game. There's like a balance there. And this like does scratch like 20 strong series is like it is in there. It is comparable to like the Resist we played recently, the one deck dungeon games. This is like similar to those type of games. So if you've ever played those and you didn't like them, then I wouldn't look at this either. But it's definitely in that same realm. Or like Space Hulk Death Angel. This feels a lot like that kind of game too. Those are some solo games I played that are like just decks of cards basically and a few components that are pretty portable. But yeah. But yeah, that's where I would argue. Like, you can't compare it to a board game. Like, that's apples and oranges, right? Unless you're like, never have the need for a smaller game. Then I understand. But that's not fair. It's like, oh man, this game sucks compared to Gloomhaven. You know, like, it's like, would you really be pulling those off the shelf for the same amount of like, you know, for the same session, you know? Would those really be the two you're comparing? You know, that kind of idea? All right, here we go. I think I've left it long enough. Let's find out if we lose or we win on the final roll. We need 11 damage or this bear guzzles us or eats us with his next meal. Or wolf, I guess. He's a wolf. Yeah, he's a wolf. Looks like a bear. Well, I think we're done, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not even close. And that was our rolls. Oh, I gambled hard there. That sucked. And that's it. That is it, guys. I don't have if I had a higher recovery stat, we could roll again, but like I got no crits there. Like no crits. Yeah. Not even enough to cheat. Exactly, Dragon. If I got like 10 in there, maybe we could, you know, hit the be right back screen and adjust a die or two. But yeah, Guzzle got us. We lost to Guzzle. Oh, man. I should have banished some dice to deal him damage. Probably would have been the smarter thing, right? Because I could have banished like a yellow and a green, but I got greedy. I thought for sure I could get enough damage on a few rolls. But what really was the problem, I think, was the fact we couldn't defeat this guy on the first roll. So then I didn't have purple dice for 2 of my 3 rolls. And that was huge. Just not having enough damage on this guy. Also, before that even, I think I fell apart when I didn't have 2 crits to put on this guy in the first turn. So then I could apply some of my damage, but if I didn't have crits, then it didn't really matter, right? If I had like 3 or 4 crits on the first roll, I could have applied 2 to this guy and then, you know, 2 to the other guy and we would have been fine or something, you know? But yeah, some weird circumstances happen there, but that's okay. That's okay. But eventually, if you make your way through, if we got to the final grandma's house, any of these wolves that are left, we probably would have got rid of one more, or at least dealt with it, which would have been Growl, who hits back for 2. Okay, let's say that. We would have then got to the final fight maybe with these 2 left. And these abilities would affect your final battle, which are different every game depending on which wolves you fight. And then here's the big bad wolf's ability, right? And we would have been fighting with whatever minions were there too. So it makes the final battle different every time you play too, based on what minions you have at the end, what wolf pack you've defeated or not defeated. And then he's 9 health, 3 attack by default. But I mean, you could have this. where he would get buffed by even more damage, more attack. And you do like a final battle where you have to defeat all the enemies in this game. You can't win unless you clear them all. But it says during each roll dice step, you may only roll one die of each color. Any committed dice that cannot be rolled are immediately exhausted. And you may -1 to any stat. So having high stats going into the final fight is huge because you can reduce them to increase the number of dice you roll by each color by 1. So usually when I get to that final fight, I'm like lowering like maybe my recovery because I'm hoping to like win in the first, you know, few rolls, and usually this is higher. Or maybe I'm even dropping health if it's really high, just so I can roll more dice and maybe try to defeat the fight. But it's a cool decision point where you decide, like, is lowering my stat the right play? Do I lower it by 2, 3 to really go in? But it's like you're then still relying on dice luck, but you're increasing the amount of dice. So yeah, the final fight's a fun little, like, even if you make it there, it's like, sometimes I find it's like easy depending on what's going on, or sometimes it's really hard depending on which abilities happen, what enemies are there, what items you built up, you know, where your stats are at. The character you have obviously would change that. But yeah, definitely a really cool game. I like it, but again, like, it's just a prototype. I'm biased, definitely biased. I like card games. I like the 20 Strong series. So don't listen to me. Make your judgment on your own, but you can see there, this is all prototype again. It's on crowdfunding. There's a link in the video description if you want to go check out the crowdfunding page to look at the different decks. This is just one deck out of 3 available. Plus there's the previous 20 Strong decks that you can probably go research. I have a playlist down below of me playing those previous decks. If you're interested in a Too Many Bones deck that plays different, Hoplomachus themed one, like Roman Gladiator kind of stuff. And then there is basically one that's like kind of like space theme, fighting like aliens, which is cool. I like that one. But yeah, I don't know, they're cool. Just a neat card game. I don't know, neat solo only card game. Oh, and there's a campaign deck. Yes, and they're adding a way you can play all 3 of the Tanglewood decks in a campaign, which is neat. Yeah, Solar Sentinels it's called. But I was trying to find a way to describe it, like, for those that don't know, like, what the theme is, you know? Cloudspire 2025? Yeah, probably. Also Burn Cycle, I'm expecting a Burn Cycle one eventually. One that's, I'm expecting one that's going to be based on, like, what's the other games? Like the Roth or whatever. Maybe there's one themed in that world too. I don't know. Or is that world this world? I don't know. But yeah. Who knows? So I couldn't, Yogi, I did this one already once. It's at the start of the engagement. You may discard a different item from your inventory. I feel like you can only do this like once at the start of each fight. At least that's the way I'm treating it. So I already did it to defeat the one enemy, right? But maybe that was the wrong enemy, you know? That was probably the wrong enemy. But he cost 6 to defeat. I probably should have spent some gold to bribe one of them. That's what I should have really done. Yeah. Yeah, looking back, I probably should have spent like 4 gold to bribe this guy right at the beginning. That's my bad. That's my bad, definitely. I forgot about bribing. And I had 8 gold still. Yeah, that's all on me. I definitely played that very wrong at the end there. Yeah, I thought for sure we could smoke it with all of our dice and then go into the Dark Fairy. Yeah, that was my bad. But again, you can play it yourself and make better decisions with your copy at home. Don't play like I do. Oh, man. That's the fun of doing it live, though. It's like, I always have that stress of like, I can play a game off stream as many times as I want, learn the game really well, do great. But there's still, in a game with like rolling dice, like the variance of like how the enemies come up, what wolves show up at what time, how my path is laid out, like and which leader I play or which hero I play or whatever, totally changes everything. And which fables come up at certain times, you know? And like, there's decisions to be made, but with each decision, it's like, there's calculated risks, right? So like, no matter how many times you practice this game and get really good at it, like, there's still a chance you could just draw the wrong fable at the wrong time, sets you up, and you're going into the next battle, you roll some dice, get a little bad luck, don't have the item to get you out of the jam, you know, you bribe the wrong enemy, you know, don't roll as many crits as you thought you would, and it all falls apart. But that's the fun. You can easily shuffle it back up, set it back up, play again. And I'm not going to do that now, though. But yeah, it's easy to just set the game up with a few shuffles, and you're back. Yeah, so it's like... But yeah, playing live on stream, sometimes I make the games look too easy, and sometimes I make them look too hard. But it's like, I play it live, so it's like part of the fun. It's like you're going to see really how the game plays, you know? Based on mine and chat's decisions. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate watching, guys. So again, link is in the video description if you want to go check the campaign. It seems to be doing pretty well from when I last looked. Again, there's more decks involved. It's not just what you saw here. There are more decks that all play different, and that means more, I think more heroes to play as and choose from, because there's universal ones, and you can mix and match from the different games. There's also the campaign expansion that you can add to play this in kind of a campaign mode, which maybe in the future, if we get all three once they're finished being created, they're not all done now, right? But maybe in the future, when they go to production, maybe we could play a campaign on stream, which would be neat. And I think they did play a campaign on Chip Theory stream. I do have a playlist down below that leads to their how to play videos. I think in there, if you go to their YouTube page, you can probably watch a video of them playing through the campaign mode. I think they did that yesterday. So you can check that out if you're curious what that all involves. But it connects all three decks somehow, and you can play through them. So it probably changed up the rules and stuff. Adds like an overlord or something that's like a final boss maybe. Marav says it was longer than your streams, actually, 6-ish hours. But that makes sense, right? Like, that makes sense. If they're playing like, I'm assuming they made it far, right? So they would probably play like that's like 3 separate sessions added together. And they know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, so I take longer, right? Yeah, you can cheat on this all you want at home. You can make it to the boss every time, no problem. You do what you want. Once you buy the game, you can play however you want. You're like, oops, I rolled that one, accidentally bounced on the dice tray. Let me roll that again, and again, and again. Oh, Baba Yaga is the final boss. Isn't that the merchant? I think that's the merchant. I think so. I feel like it is, yeah. I feel like, yes. I feel like when I watch one of their how to play streams or one of their early streams of the game, that's who that is. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Cool. Coolio. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Again, if you're interested in the game, you want more information, you're not getting it from me. You can get it from the publisher in the video description. Go check out the playlist. If you want to see how to play again, you can check it out there. Or watch other videos of being played. Check out their YouTube page. They do tend to get an unlikely amount of crits on yellows. Yeah, they're definitely using special effects on their stream, obviously, to kind of like change results for sure. John Wick is the final boss. Oh my god. I get it. Oh my god. You lost even when you cheated? How does that happen? You got to work on your cheating. All right. Anyways, we're back tomorrow playing Lord of the Rings, Journeys of Middle-earth, continuing our campaign on Saturday. Mel and I are going to do a stream where we do a live Star Wars Unlimited card game sealed playthrough where we build our sealed deck separately with you guys in the chat. You guys can help us build from our sealed pools, help us recommend, leaders and bases and our card pools and all that stuff. And then we'll play a best of 3 against each other after. Hopefully it won't be a 6-hour stream like it was last time, but Try to keep it to like 3 or 4. But we have that planned for Saturday, so join us for that. You can set notifications on those streams already, or go to the live tab on the page to see what's there, or check the playlist section. But yeah. Chandra says, hi, Rob. It's been a while since I've been able to catch a live stream. I've been trying to dodge you. It's obviously been working. I was just about to leave and you caught me. Damn it. I knew I should have left earlier. Says, are you and Mel going to Gen Con this year? Hope to see you there again. Yes. Yes, we are. And we will do a stream, like, I don't know, probably the weekend before or something. We'll kind of prep for Gen Con with you guys, and go over some stuff on there. So stay tuned if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll hopefully see you there. Among the 70,000 plus people, I'm sure we'll find each other. Oh, the story says she's testing you. KJ, what's up? Stupid meetings. I'm telling you, those meetings are killers. Guess it's better than meeting the big bad wolf, which I didn't do. All right. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.